Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and today I've got something new for you. Alright, today we are going to showcase to you guys Therapy Simulator. That's right. Okay, this is a game sponsored by the devs themselves. Alright, they gave me early access to this game, and it's a narrative driven session stream with branching dialogue choices, wild patient stories, and we might be able to upgrade the cozy office as we go along. So here's what I thought we'd do. Once we get enough viewers, if we get enough viewers, then I will let you guys actually make the choices in chat for what we do. We can play it seriously, chaotic, perfectly balanced. I'm interested to see what you guys will actually pick for these poor therapy patients, okay? Now, this is not a real therapy giving game or anything like that. If you need professional help and the game warns you about this, please go see an actual professional. This is all in the name of fun, okay? So please don't take it too seriously. And let's begin soon. Hey, Austin, good to see you. All right, I'm hoping chat will vote on some of the choices because I'm sure it'll be pretty funny. All right, let's go. Let me just start with a tweet, and then off we go. Oh, you laugh now, but it's gonna be good, Austin. Okay, I'm gonna let people choose. All right, I'm gonna set up a poll. I wonder if I should just set up a poll or just let people spam the number in chat. Either way, we'll see. All right, we'll see. And now to tell the Discord. Okay, just gonna grab the link. Hello, Hi-Rise. What up? I hope you guys are ready to help me give some therapy.
New super chat received.
Dang, why am I getting a super chat? All right, I appreciate it, Austin. Let's go. I'm gonna hit some push-ups very soon. Okay, guys, you can just put the dialogue number in chat if you want to. If necessary, we'll do polls. All right, let's get started. All right, I want to showcase this game to you guys. I played a little bit of it with Kaz just to test it out for stream, and it seems to work just fine. It's a bit loud though. Do I have settings? Let me tone down the sound effects a little bit. Hey Trey, what up? Okay, I know many of you guys will be busy with work, but if you have a moment, help me pick some dialogue choices because I think it'll be funny to let chat decide. All right, this is our office, okay? We're gonna set up today's appointments. We have 2 patients for the day. The first patient is Mr. Johnny Sims, okay? I'm sure you all recognize him. If you don't recognize him, then I worry about you, okay? And we have Nathan Jones, who's having an identity crisis. So Mr. Johnny Sims has imposter syndrome. We gotta treat that. And Nathan Jones has an identity crisis. Okay, we can start the day right now. We only got 2 appointments for today. It's a very early morning. Hey, Aleo, what up? Please come and pick some dialogue choices. Let's have a funny moment today. All right. Y'all can just type whatever dialogue choice you want in chat. Okay, here we go. The day has started. Now, our first patient is going to come in. Hey, look, it's Mr. Johnny Sims. All right. Hi, Johnny. How can I help you? Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure my camera doesn't cover the dialogue choices, but this is gonna be good. Okay. Now we'll sit in the chair across from him, and we're gonna start talking to him. So let's talk to him. Now, Mr. Johnny Sims says he's been a doctor, a police officer, and a construction worker, but nothing really feels right. All right? anyone in chat can say whatever option they want. Hey, Cardavel. So you can suggest 1, 2, or 3 to me. All right. Just type it in chat if you want. Spam it in chat if you want. Now, option number 1. It sounds like he's just trying to try on costumes instead of living authentically. Number 2. Do you think you're searching for external validation rather than internal fulfillment? And number 3. What would help you feel more confident in your current role? All right. I'm going to put a timer for 1 minute. All right. And I'm not going to use the timer on the PC because the timer on the PC is really loud. So I'm going to just put a 1 minute timer. And I'll give you guys a chance to say which option you want while I also adjust my camera. Sorry, I'm going to move my camera a little bit to the right so that I don't block any of the dialogue. Hey, Gabak. Now, if anyone in chat wants to help me give therapy to Mr. Johnny Sims, please feel free to vote on the option you want. Just type it in chat. And if nobody votes, I will pick the options myself and we can decide how best to help Mr. Johnny Sims. Whoa, this camera's a little glonky. Hold up. Okay, better. Austin's going for 1. Okay. If anyone else got to say, you know, I'll happily roll the dice. Okay, so we're going to go with number 1. You guys are evil, man. Look at you guys being so rude to this poor man. Okay. Let's pick option number 1. Oh, wow. Negative option, guys. He says, that's not helpful and frankly feels pretty dismissive of what he's going through. How could you dismiss this poor man? All right. The next 3 options are, well, if the costume fits, maybe that's the real problem here. Number 2, I apologize. That was inappropriate and I should have been more sensitive. Number 3, I'm just reflecting on what you're telling me about yourself. So, ladies and gents, y'all are terrible therapists, but what option will you pick? You have another 1 minute to decide if you want. Okay, Trey's saying number 1. All right, fair enough. Cardavel with 3. Okay, it's 50-50 right now. I should prepare a dice in the background. High rise with the 1, okay. Jesus Christ, you are a terrible therapist. You are a terrible, terrible therapist. Why are you so mean to this poor man, huh? This is indeed about to be chaotic because you guys are deliberately picking the chaos options. Like, y'all are not fit to be Well of Heaven sect members, okay? I'm just saying. If I was the sect leader of Well of Heaven, okay, you guys would not be allowed in my sect because you guys are clearly evil. All right, option 1 is going to be picked. So here comes option 1. We are going down an evil path, it seems. If you keep talking to me like that, I'm walking out of here. All right, ladies and gents, our patient is about to leave us. You guys are absolute dicks in chat, but you know, we can go that way. Option number 1, maybe you need thicker skin to solve real problems. Number 2, let's move past this and focus on your actual imposter feelings. Number 3, I'm truly sorry and I want to help you through this properly. Got 1 minute to decide, people. But let it be known that
New subscriber
I'm judging all of
detected.
you. Okay? I'm judging all of you as absolute people. Like, as absolutely evil people. Okay, so option 2 has 1 so far. Trey with the 3. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Seems like you guys want to get back to the real deal. So, let's pick option 2. Okay. Let's move past this and focus on your actual imposter feelings. This deflection is exactly why people don't trust therapists. Every job I've had, I feel like everyone will discover I'm faking it. Arcane, all right. We got another extra voter. All right. Here's the new set of voting. Every job I've had, I feel like everyone will discover I'm faking it. Option 1. What if you focused on one skill you know that you're good at? Option 2. Could it be that you fear success more than you fear failure? And number 3. Faking it is practically the job description for most careers anyway. All right. If y'all pick 3, y'all are evil. All right. Evil confirmed. You got a minute, so feel free. I'll tally up the votes after. And welcome, Arcane. Okay, Cardival in with number 2. Could it be that you fear success more than you fear failure? Hey, Neo Tengu. High Rise says number 1. What if you focused on one skill you're good at? Okay, about 50-50. Lewis with the 3. Faking it is practically the job description of most careers. Lewis picking the evil choice. All right. Lewis trying to throw this man for a loop, but it's all even right now. Arcane with 2. Okay, it's leaning toward 2 right now. Could it be that you fear success more than you fear failure? 15 seconds left on the clock. Gabak with 1. Okay, 1 and 2 are now even. So 50-50, I will tie break between them with a roll of the dice. Okay, that's it for the voting. Let's see. Let's throw the tiebreaker. Dice roller. And the answer is number 1. What if you focused on one skill you know you're good at? So let's talk to him about that. He says he supposes he was decent at communicating with patients when he was a doctor. Okay, option 1. Decent at communicating, yet you can't even convince yourself you're capable. That's the evil option. Number 2. Practice highlighting that skill in your current work this week. And number 3. Building on your strengths is how we fight imposter syndrome together. Carnival with 3, Gabak with 2, Arcane with 2. Okay, 2's in the lead right now. Lewis, pure evil. You are not getting into Well of Heaven. High Rise with 3. Okay, so 3 and 2 are now even. Got 10 seconds left on the clock, and then we'll roll the dice. Hey, Eddie, what up? Lewis is a terrible therapist. I'm just saying, okay? Okay, great. So it's between 2 and 3. We're going to roll the dice and we'll see which option comes up. And it is option 3 that won this time. Building on your strengths is how we fight imposter syndrome together. So let's go with that. Okay, Mr. Johnny Sims now feels more hopeful knowing that he can work on this. Good job, gang. You decided not to go down the evil route, and I'm kind of proud of you in a twisted way. So I'll close out the session. Where do I go from here with all this? Well, I think you've made some real progress here today, sir, and I believe in your ability to grow. Let's see you next week, okay? Thank you, Mr. Sims. And thank you, chat, for helping me with this patient. You're all evil, by the way. All right. Next is Mr. Nathan Jones. He comes from the Ghostlight Market in Kaifeng. All right, he has an identity crisis. So let's talk to him. But before we do, I believe I owe you guys push-ups. So let's get started with that. Before I sit down in the chair, time for the push-ups. Yeah. That's 15 right there. Now, we're going to carry on with this every single time until I pay back my debt from this morning. So let's keep on rolling. All right, I hope you guys have fun with this chat. Let's sit down and start talking to Mr. Nathan Jones. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. All right, chat. You have 1 minute to decide. Option 1. That's pathetic. Hiding behind a costume to feel important. Number 2. That sounds like you've been feeling invisible for a long time. That's empathetic. And why do you think the mask changed how people treated you? Now, number 1 is clearly the evil option. So whoever picks number 1, I got my eye on you. Well, of course, Johnny Sims has to be the first one, right? And if you guys want to purchase this game, link is in the video description. All right, 3 is currently the winner. Okay, wow, we were pretty united on this. Everybody wants to pick 3. Okay, I don't think there's a chance for Austin with the 1. Evil. You are evil, bro. Look at you dismissing this poor man's feelings, okay? How could you do this? So rude. So rude of you. Eddie with the 2, Arcane with the 3. Okay, we have decided it is 3. Why do you think the mask changed how people treated you? I'm not really sure. I just felt different when I wore it. Have you tried connecting with people without the mask on? It's okay to explore what makes you feel more confident. And number 3 is the evil option. You're being ridiculous. It's just a stupid horse mask. Okay, so who is not in Well of Heaven? I can see whoever is not in Well of Heaven by whoever picks number 3. Okay, we will all judge you in chat. Therapy Simulator is not about judgment, but I will judge you. Okay, I'm gonna judge you guys with my 2 eyeballs. Okay, Don has picked 1. Very well. Trey Bay with the 1. High Rise Society with the 1. Cardivel with the 1. Okay, 1 is in the lead right now. Have you tried connecting with people without the mask on? So I guess you guys are trying to help him through his identity crisis by removing the mask from Bane. Hey, Donnie. Lewis and Eddie gonna always pick the evil option, I tell you. Okay, fair enough. I guess 1 is the winner, so let's pick number 1. Have you tried connecting with people without the mask on? The mask makes me feel powerful, like I'm someone worth noticing. Okay, is the power you feel real, or is it just an escape? Option 1. Number 2, needing a mask to feel important is honestly just sad. That's the evil option. And number 3, what activities make you feel confident when you're not masked? All right, so let's see how you guys want to do this. You guys got a minute. Feel free to tell me which option you want to pick. I'm going to judge everybody that picks 2, okay? I know Eddie and Lewis are probably going to pick 2. Yep, that's exactly what I thought you would do. Y'all just waiting for the right opportunity to turn this poor man inside out. Okay, it looks like majority are going for option 3. What activities make you feel confident when you're not masked? Very interesting. Okay, so we're skewed that way. Since the voting is quite early this time, I'll give it a couple more seconds before we close off, but it does look like 3 is the winner. Emotional damage. It's good to know that most of you people are good people, though. You know, I now know that Lewis and Eddie, right, in any video game where we can just absolutely slay people, Lewis and Eddie are just gonna go around killing everybody out there, which is gonna be pretty damn funny. Okay, let's pick option. Almost picked option 3 by accident. Sorry, guys. Okay, we'll pick option 3. He says he used to enjoy painting, but nobody ever cared about that. This guy sounds dangerous.
New subscriber
Okay,
detected.
so he said option 1 is the Lewis option. Of course, nobody cared. You probably weren't very good. Number 2, would you consider showing your art to a small group? And number 3, painting sounds meaningful. Maybe you could share it with others. All right, ladies and gents, y'all therapy votes can come in now. Jesus Christ. Oh, lol, number 1. Eddie and Lewis are picking number 1. Okay, Donnie says number 2. Would you consider showing your art to a small group? It's fine. Austin, also part of the Chaos group. You guys are pure evil. You know that, right? Okay, 3. Painting sounds meaningful. Maybe you could share it with others. Technically, 1 is in the lead right now. Okay, it's split evenly between 2 and 3, but 1 is actually in the lead. So, okay, 1 has received 4 votes. Damn, unfortunately, we will be doing what the chat says. So these are the consequences, ladies and gents. These are the consequences of your actions. Okay, voting has closed, and we will pick number 1. I can't believe you just said that to me. Damn. Damn. Okay, guys. There's option 1, there's option 2, there's option 3. I understand this was difficult. Let's take a breath. Okay, that's option 1. Number 2, we can talk about something else if you need to. And number 3, the truth hurts, but you probably need to hear it. Oh my god. Option 3 is the evil option. Arcane already voted for 2. Okay, it's cool. Cardival for 1, that's fair. This guy's a serial killer, better believe it. Austin is like, let's inflict pain upon other people. Lol, number 3, okay. Alright, 1 is currently in the lead. Okay, 1 is currently in the lead. I understand this is difficult. Let's take a breath. 3, the Chaos Crew are pushing the evil option. Oh, Lord. You guys are wild, man. Okay, thankfully the 1s are in the lead right now, so I guess we'll be going with option 1. Okie dokie. Yo, 3, y'all are pure evil, man. What the hell? You're not even trying to understand what I'm going through. I don't think therapy is working for me anymore. Alright, well, this guy's about to walk out now. He's not very happy with your responses, you know? So, we can say option 1, give it another session. Sometimes progress takes time. Number 2, we can work through this together if you're willing. And number 3, maybe you're right. Some people can't be helped. Okay, I already know the evil gang is going to pick option 3. So non-evil gang, it's up to you to... They've already formed like the evil alliance. Okay, Donnie says 1, give it another session. Sometimes progress takes time. Okay, fair enough. Y'all trying to save my business. Eddie and Lewis trying to put me out of business today. 2, surprisingly, Lewis did not pick option 3. That's incredible, actually. Okay, the 2s have won this time round, so let's go with 2 then. Maybe I'll think about coming back. Alright, fair enough. Now, sometimes we'll have patients that don't actually have an appointment. That'll just show up at our door. So we're gonna go outside and we're gonna talk to... Ooh! Look at this guy! Musavu. Hypersomnia? Now, this guy is serial killer. You guys know it. Alright? You guys know this guy's serial killer. Look at him. Look at the way he gets up from the chair. Nah. Okay, this guy pure evil. Okay, let's get right into our walk-in patient. Yeah, no, this guy creepy, man. Okay, he tells us he sleeps 12 hours a day, but he's still exhausted all the time. Okay, number 1, we can be actual doctors and say, let's start tracking your sleep patterns and establish a consistent wake-up time. 12 hours and still tired. Sounds like you're living the dream, literally. You know, that's option 2. That's the evil option. What do you think might be causing this excessive need for sleep? That's the, you know, healing, deep, emotional therapist type. Cardival gone to the evil crew right there. How dare you? How dare you go to the evil side, yo? Gabak and Donnie with the 3. Okay, so Gabak and Donnie are emotional type people. Emin with the 2, pure evil right there. How dare you? High Rise with the 2. Okay, 2's currently winning. Arcane and Lewis with 1. It's light evil. Nah. It's pure evil. So you guys don't care about helping people. Eddie with number 1. Okay, that actually evens out 1 and 3. Fair enough. That is fine. Okay, we are going to throw the... Actually, sorry. We're going to roll the dice between all 3 options. So let me roll the dice right now. Okay, roll the dice. And the option that came up is number 3. What do you think might be causing this excessive need for sleep? Let's talk about it. He's like, I don't know, bro. Maybe stress or something deeper is going on here. Okay, let's schedule a medical evaluation to rule out any physical causes first. Or number 2, stress or something deeper. That's pretty vague, don't you think? Your awareness of the problem is your first step forward. So options 1, 2, or 3, chat can vote. Let's go. We must have balance in the force. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know, but then the responses are going to be totally random. Okay, Silent Dawn says number 3. Your awareness of the problem is the first important step here. So Donnie is the kind-hearted soul. I'll put you down as 3, or if you decide later, you can revote. Gabak says 1, Lewis says 2, and Cardivel says 3. So currently 3 is winning. High Rise Society says 1. Okay, 3 and 1s are even. Eddie says 2. Okay, 3 1s and 2 are even. Austin says 2, so currently 2 is winning. All right. Emmon says 2. You are absolutely evil. Evil Alliance has won this time. Okay, fair enough. Evil Alliance has got this. Stress is something deeper. That's pretty vague, don't you think? This is serious, and you're making jokes about my condition right now? Damn. All right. Well, option 1 says, well, if you can't laugh about it, what can you do, really? And number 2 is, I apologize. That was inappropriate, and I should take this more seriously. Number 3, I'm just trying to keep the mood light here today. All right. I guess that counts as a joke. Donnie and Gabak are the kind-hearted souls. They're picking the right option. Lewis is 3. Cardivel 3. Emmon 3. Okay. Look at these evil people. Arcane with a 2. Okay, it's evened up right now. Austin pass. Okay, Trey with the 2. All right, fine. 2 is marginally in the lead. Eddie with 2, surprisingly. Okay. Evil Gang did not win this one. All right, fine. In that case, we will go with option 2. All right. Okay, I appreciate that, and I'm willing to continue working with me. Okay, great. So you guys didn't lose me the client this time. I've missed work 3 times this month because I can't wake up. So his problem is that he keeps missing work because he sleeps too much, okay? We can contact his doctor about a sleep study. Missing work suggests this is severely impacting your daily functions and responsibilities. And you know what? Number 3, maybe your boss should just install a bed at your desk then. All right. Don't pick option 3, people. Come on. Let's help this poor man. Lord. Eddie becoming true agent of chaos. Okay, High Rise and Donnie are on 1, saying that we need to do a sleep study. Arcane says 1. Lewis says 2. Gabak says 1. Okay, it looks like 1 is severely in the lead right now. That's completely fine. Eddie says 2. Okay, nobody for 3. Okay, good people, good people. I respect you guys not being evil to this poor, sad man that missing work. All right. It looks like 1 is the clear winner. Let's contact his doctor about a sleep study. Here we go. I've been afraid to ask my doctor, but maybe you're right. Lol, option 1. Bros, evil option is 1 this time, okay? Afraid to ask your doctor, but not afraid to sleep half your life? Asking for medical help takes courage, and you're showing courage right now. Number 3, I'll give you a referral, and we'll follow up next week. All right, people? Now, the businessman in me says 3, but I leave it to you guys to pick. Lol, Trey going for chaos. Oh my god. Austin with the chaos pick. Okay, chaos is in the win right now. Okay, the good people are fighting back. 3 and 3 and 2 right there. So 3 and 1 are evened up right now. High Rise Society with 2. Okay, that's evened up. 1 is now in the lead thanks to Eddie. So, oh my god, Lewis with the 1. I don't think the good folks can catch up right now. Emmon with the 1. Oh, damn. Unfortunately, it looks like 1 is winning. And there is no hope because there are 5 votes for 1. The time is up, so 1 is the option. Let's go. I came here for help, not to be ridiculed about my problems. Okay, number 1. You're absolutely right. I apologize for unprofessional behavior throughout the session. Number 2. Oh, come on. You're being way too sensitive about this whole thing. Let's move forward and focus on practical steps for your recovery now. All right, people, you can vote. Lol, Austin. Austin, you know, this reveals a lot of colors about you guys as well in chat, you know? It shows that Austin is the type whereby he believes in manning up to his issues, you know? So he's the type that says, if you can't take it, you shouldn't be here. Very true attitude to what I have, but I'm a nice kind of guy. Okay, Donnie with the 1, Emin with the 2. Carterville with the 3. Lewis with the 3. Eddie with the 3. Okay, 3 seems to be winning. All right. A little empathy, guys. I don't think these guys have any. These guys have no empathy and no soul. They are ready to watch this poor man burn. Okay. 1 and 3 is in the lead. Okay, 3 is in the lead, and that ends the voting. So it will be 3. Let's move forward and focus on practical steps. Well, apparently we keep deflecting instead of acknowledging what we've done. He's not sure he can trust your advice anymore after today, honestly. You know? Okay, guys. Well, how about now you guys have to just pick 1, 2, or 3. All right. Trust me or don't, but at least get the sleep study done. That's the blunt option. Number 2, focus on getting that medical evaluation. We'll reconnect after that happens. Number 3, I understand and I hope we can rebuild that trust moving forward. I personally would vote 2, but I'll leave it to you guys. Number 3 for Austin. Okay. Lewis, Arcane, and Carterville with the 2. Okay. 2 is currently in the lead. Emin with the 2. High Rise with the 1. High Rise sounding like me right now. Okay, looks like 2 is in the lead right now. Okay. 3 is like the empathetic option, I feel, which is like all about empathy and stuff, so yeah. Okay, well, 2 seems to be in the lead, so let's go with 2. Alright, he'll schedule that and maybe we'll talk again after results. Okay, cool. Alright, ladies and gents. Now, it is time to end our day. I don't think there's anyone else coming into the office. So first, I'm going to do my push-ups. And then we're going to carry on. Good work today, guys. You guys almost got me 2 clients thrown out. Appreciate you guys. If I was ever running a business, I am absolutely not consulting you guys. Okay? I am going to consult Arcane and Donnie about these kinds of things. But the rest of y'all mofos, Jesus freaking Christ, you know? Y'all are wild, man. Y'all are wild. Look at it. Look at you not helping these poor people with problems, okay? Well of Heaven does not accept you guys. This is why you guys are in other sects. All of you guys that pick chaos options are literally 9 mortal ways, okay? 9 Lanxiao ways. Alright, push-ups first and let's carry on. Nothing wrong with taking it seriously. We might help people, you know? Okay, secretary. Damn, I can't open her door. Well, that's a little shitty. Let's go back. Okay, patients satisfied 1. 2 patients were not satisfied, but we didn't offend any of them, so there you go. Let's start the next day. That just means you're pure evil, Austin. It's okay. Huh. Apparently we can't open the door to the secretary's office. Weird. Okay, wow. We have 4 patients today. Emotional repression, chronic lying, 1 hour break for lunch, and seasonal depression and insomnia with Grayson Wan. Okay. Alright, tell you what. You need a session? No problem, Eddie. I can give you a session. Easy. Alright. Now, the first client, I'm going to take the first client. Oh, God, he looks like a freaking hobo. Alright, let me show you how a real therapist handles this, okay? You got divorced twice in one night? 100% deserve it. 100% deserve it. I'm not going to mince my words. Okay, first session. I'll take this one. Let me show y'all how a real therapist handles this, okay? I'ma work deep through his emotions. He feels like he's constantly holding everything inside and can't let go. What do you think prevents you from expressing those feelings outwardly? Maybe it started when he was younger, he doesn't really know. Okay, can you recall one recent moment where you held back your emotions? He got angry, but he swallows it down until he feels numb. I see. Okay. Does the numbness protect you from feeling something even more painful underneath? Maybe I'm afraid if I start feeling, I won't be able to stop. What if we explore that fear in a controlled way together? Alright? He's willing to try exploring it here when he feels safe enough. This feels like a first real step forward he's taken in years. Listen, tell you what, why don't you practice allowing one feeling fully this week and we'll process it together next week, sir. No problem. See, perfect therapist, okay? That's how you help this emotionally repressed hobo-looking fella. Alright, now it's off to you guys in chat. Mohammed Drake with chronic lying. This is his issue. He cannot stop lying, sir. So, are you guys ready to help our chronic liar? He looks like Steve Harvey. Okay, he lies about everything and doesn't know when to stop. What do you guys think? Chat, it's over to you. What situations tend to trigger your lying the most? You're being ridiculous. Everyone lies sometimes. Alright? It takes courage to admit that. Thank you for being honest with me. No problem, Kia, but right now we're doing Therapy Simulator. If you'd like to participate, feel free to do so. Okay, Austin with the 1. What situations tend to trigger your lying the most? Austin gaining some empathy here. Cardival says 3. It takes courage to admit that. Okay, the positive responses are even. Eddie with 1. Okay, no longer being an agent of chaos this round, but I'm watching you. Donnie with the 1. Okay. I think Eddie's just trying not to get divorced for the 3rd times. Oh, that's a new client. We'll take them in a little while. Okay, Emin says 3. Okay, so 1 is currently in the lead. Gabak says 1. Okay, 1 has become the clear victor. Oh, actually, no. Both of them evened up at the last second. Okay, so Lewis and High Rise also evened up. So we're gonna roll a dice. Okay, let's roll the dice, guys, and see which one actually comes up. And the answer is option 1. What situations tend to trigger your lying the most? It started when he was younger to avoid getting in trouble. So he did it as a way of not getting in trouble. Okay. Option 1, that makes sense. We can work through this together. Option number 2, what would it look like to respond truthfully in those situations now? So this is going deeper. And number 3, y'all pick this. Y'all are 9 mortal ways. I'm gonna just judge you, okay? All right, you may cast thy votes. Cardival with 2. Okay, 2 is currently in the lead. I love that there's just somebody staring at us in the background. Okay, let's have a look at everything. 2 is currently in the lead. 1 and 3 are behind. Okay, 2 is currently in the lead. And voting has closed. Okay, 2 it is. What would it look like to respond truthfully to those situations now? He says he lied to his boss yesterday about why he was late to work. All right, let's find out. The cutoff is after Trebe's comment. All right, let's go. Why do you think you chose to lie in that moment? Option number 1, to Tomorrow, try being honest about one small thing and see what happens. Number 3, of course you did. You always take the easy way out. Okay. Austin straight up for 3. No holes barred here. He's going for the evil option. Okay. Silent Dawn, Kabak, and High Rise for number 2. Okay. Emin for 2. Eddie for 2. Carnival for 1. Just so you guys know, I would have picked Carnival's option because I think that getting deeper insight into why he's doing it is important. But 2 is not a bad option as well. Okay, voting has closed. Let's go, number 2. Cutoff is after Eddie's statement. That actually sounds manageable. I could try that. So we've satisfied the client so far. And number 1 is the evil option. Number 2, write down how it felt to be truthful afterwards. Or number 3, I believe in your ability to make the change. Okay, votes are open. Let's go. Exactly. He does it to not get in trouble. He's probably lying right now. Emin straight for 3. Okay, good. Carnival for 2. Okay, they're evened up. Lewis and Eddie for number 1. Ha! Ha! Very blunt people, but I respect that. Okay, 2 and 3 and 1 are all evened up. Surprisingly, Austin not picking the evil option this time. Okay, 2 is in the lead now with High Rise Society. Alright, 2 is in the lead now with Silent Dawn. Okay. There's still 5 seconds of voting. Okay, and we're closed. That is number 2 as the choice. Write down how it felt to be truthful afterwards. Yes, keeping track will help me stay accountable. I feel hopeful for the first time in a while. All right, man. Listen, make sure that you practice daily honesty, and we'll discuss your progress next session, sir. Hey, Vengeance. All right. Let's go get the other person in the waiting room in, because... Oh, come on in. Whoa, we have a lot of extra clients. Okay. Let's see. It's currently 10:45 a.m. Who is my next appointment? That's at 12 p.m. That's Mr. Grayson Wan. That's you. So we can deal with some of the other patients before then. Let's talk to this lady about procrastination. Okay. Let's talk to the procrastinator. See how they do. Okay, let's have a conversation. I keep putting off everything until the last minute and it's ruining my life. Okay, since we've got a lot of patients, I'm gonna speed this up just in case. I'll handle this client. All right, let's make a simple plan. What do you think triggers this pattern delay? I'm just gonna go through this quickly. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just afraid of doing it wrong. Okay, what would happen if you started before you felt ready? The worst part is, I know what I need to do, but I still avoid it. I understand that completely. Knowing what to do and avoiding it anyway. That's pretty impressive, really, but I'm not going to say that. How about there's a gap between knowing and doing? What fills that space for you? Fear, mostly, and the voice saying it won't be good enough anyway. I see. Okay. The critical voice is harsh, but it doesn't have to control you. You're right. I need to stop letting it ruin my life. This gives me something concrete to work on at least. All right. Why don't you start small and you build from there? You've got this. Okay? Thank you. Cool. I don't have a secretary yet, man. Her door's still locked. Hold up. Check it out. See? We got no space in the waiting room for you. I can't open her door. Look at these creepy people sitting outside here. Okay, Mr. Grayson Wan, we're going to deal with you together with my audience. Please come on in and have a seat, sir. Wow, today's a full day at the office, huh? All right, Mr. Grayson. Let's talk about your insomnia. Okay, he hasn't been able to sleep through the nights in weeks. What thoughts keep running through your head when you're lying awake? Let's start a sleep journal or counting sheep not working out for you. 3 is the evil response. Whoever picks that, I'm going to judge you. See you later, Emin. Austin with 1. Okay. What thoughts keep running through your mind when you're lying awake? Donnie with the 1. Okay. So we want to find out more about him. Carnival Vengeance with number 1. Okay. 1 is in the clear right now. Okay. Interesting. Lewis and Kabak with number 2 to start a sleep journal. That's a fair choice. I'm surprised that none of the evil crew have voted 3 yet. Alright, I guess even the evil gang has a heart. Okay. Eddie with number 2 as well. Helpful advice. But if I had to pick my vote, I would probably go with number 1 as well, because I think that we need to understand what he's thinking about. So I would actually go with that if I was doing therapy. Alright, so let's go with number 1. He worries about everything. Work, deadlines, money, his health, everything really. Okay. Number 1 is, these worries sound overwhelming, especially when you need to rest. Number 2, let's create a worry time earlier in the day. And number 3, maybe you should worry about getting thicker curtains instead. Okay, damn. Wow. Okay, so number 1 or 2? Number 3 is only if you guys want to really, really mess this guy's life up. Okay, Donnie with the kind-hearted response. These worries sound overwhelming, especially when you need rest. Kabak with number 2. Let's create a worry time. A worry time can be helpful. Of course, Lewis would pick 3. I trusted you on that. Austin and Carnival with number 1. Okay, 1 is currently winning. If you ask me, I would actually go with Gabak's response, for me personally, because I feel that if he creates a worry time, you know, he can sit and sort through things, which is actually one of the therapy techniques, but 1 is not a bad option either. Okay, Eddie has voted for 1. 1 is clearly in the lead, where the response is, you know, the worries sound overwhelming, especially when he needs rest. Arcane with 2, okay. Donnie trying to guilt trip Lewis. Lol. Okay, well, option 1 is the winner, so let's go with option 1. I'm not sure that'll help, but I guess I could try. All right. How about we... Well, okay, sorry, I should go through the options. It's okay to feel uncertain about trying something new. At least you have time to finish that Netflix queue. And start small, just write down your bedtime and wake up time. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Now, if it was me, sorry, I was about to say, I would actually go with option 3. If he starts small, writes down his bedtime and wake up time, you know, maybe he could start to get a feel for his issues. But you know what? Let's leave it up to you. Okay, Carnival is gone with 3. Arcane with 3. Silent Dawn with 3. Lewis with 3. Eddie with 2. Damn. Gabak with 1. Gabak is a very feelings type of guy. I've noticed that. I'm more professional about it, but this also gives me insight into who you guys are. Well, I mean, it's true. Netflix is pretty good. Guess you'll have plenty of time after your divorce. Okay. Number 3. Let's go. He says his mind races the moment he lies down at night. Okay. I would personally pick number 3. But 2 is not a bad option. So guys, feel free to vote. But option 1 is hella funny. Sounds like your brain's trying to run a marathon without you. I'm not gonna lie. Option 1 is funny. Yeah, 3 is a pretty good choice here. 2 and 3 are even right now. Okay, most people on 3. Eddie on 1. Carnival with 3, okay. Okay. Option 3 it is. 1 is hella funny. Okay. It seems like stress is driving this guy. So his insomnia is worse after stressful days of work. I'm sure you guys have all gone through that. Feel free to vote. Now, please don't tell him to quit his job, which is number 2. But y'all can vote for other stuff. If you really want to pick 2, though, I'll leave it up to you. What specific situations trigger the most stress for him? You know, the connection between stress and sleep. Okay, so Donnie and Cardivel diving deeper. That's a good choice. Lewis also diving deeper. High Rise just highlighting stuff. Okay. Huh. Lord Mugen with the evil option. Okay. Option 1 it is. Presentations and tight deadlines cause him the most anxiety. He's ready to work on it step by step. Good. Number 1, sassy. Number 2 is a good reference, you know. And number 3 is start tonight and notice what changes by our next session. So we getting him out the door now? You know, Austin, I feel like everybody wants to pick the sassy option, but they're being kind-hearted. Because number 1 is something that Don would straight up say. I'm just saying. Okay, 3 and 2 are pretty even, but I think 3 is currently winning. So, okay, fair enough. Okay, 3. All right, he's clear. Now we have Zara at 1. So, Zara, there you are. Thanks for keeping my therapy business afloat. Okay. Since this is a proper client, I'll let you guys vote. I'll handle the walk-ins. Okay. So, every winter she feels like she's low on energy. She can't get out of bed. Now, Zara suffers from seasonal depression. So, what shall we tell Zara? Shall we create a morning routine? Number 1. Shall we ask for more information about her feelings? Or number 3, we can sass her ass. And Lord Mugen goes for sass. This man cannot join Well of Heaven, that's for sure. No problem, go back. Feel free to AFK. Well, thankfully, number 2 is winning by a slight amount. Being Amity, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy the show. All right. It looks like number 3 is the winner. Oh, High Rise in with that last vote. Okay. Fair enough. We're going to have to roll the dice. It is now between 2 and 3. Rolling the dice now. And the option chosen was, thankfully, not 3. It was actually number 2. Okay, here we go. Now, you can't change your vote, man. Once you vote, you voted. Okay, let's go. I'm not sure where to begin. It just happens every year. Okay, so she doesn't know why it happens. It just happens every year around the holidays. Now, number 1 is the sassy response. Sounds like she needs to toughen up when winter rolls around. Number 2, your feelings are valid and we can work through this together. Number 3, try tracking your mood daily and identify specific patterns that we can address. I would personally pick number 3. Or number 2. I love how Dawn is legitimately threatening Eddie. And Eddie is just like picking picking the options that are true to his soul. Damn, Baron, Eddie, and Lewis with the evil options right there. Arcane battling back with number 3. Lord Mugen with the evil option. Carnival and High Rise with 2. Evil option right now, okay, is currently in the lead. Hey, Baron. Baron just coming in as part of the evil crew. All right, we got 20 seconds left on the clock. Okay. Voting closed. Option 1 won. So here we go. That's not helpful at all. I came here for actual support. Look. Option 1. I meant we should explore your relationship with seasonal changes. Or number 2, sassy. Come on, it's just weather affecting your mood, nothing serious. And number 3. I apologize. That was insensitive and I should have been more supportive. Trey says number 3. Okay, fair enough. Hang on, I gotta go check. Oh, this one. No, I haven't seen it. I thought you were just there to show me the voice. Okay, 1 is in the lead. Baron and Lord Mugen, pure evil. You guys are absolutely 9 mortal ways, I tell you. I thought Baron was more kind-hearted than that. Baron just straight up savage. All right. Number 1 is the winner, thankfully this time. All right, let's go. You're supposed to help me, not make me feel worse. The lack of sunlight makes everything feel hopeless and draining. So in the winter, she feels like the lack of sunlight, she's like a sunflora, okay? It drains her hope. Okay, we can tell her to get a light therapy lamp for her home workspace. And we can tell her that seasonal depression affects your serotonin levels and circadian rhythm, which it actually does. And number 3, you're acting like the sun personally betrayed you, like God. So number 3 is the sass response. I'll tally up in just a moment. I'm gonna go wash my hands because I've been chowing down this popcorn and I really shouldn't, but it's so addictive. I might chow down a little more later. Sorry. BRB. Okay, it looks like option 2 won by a landslide. Surprisingly, Baron did not pick the savage option this time. I'm impressed. Okay, number 2 it is. That makes sense, but how do I actually fix it? To be honest, because I feel strongly about medical stuff, I'm actually going to take this one. Vitamin D supplements and outdoor walks can help you regulate your brain chemistry, which is very true. Okay, there we go. All right. You guys can now pick the final option. Number 1. Maybe next time you'll be less dramatic about winter. That's the sass option. Number 2, I believe in you. Take care until we meet again. And number 3, start those supplements today and report back to me next week. Number 3 is a fair option. Oh, Lord. Okay. 2 is currently winning. 3 is evened up. I'll just see if there are any tiebreakers. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's going to be a roll of the dice. And the answer will be number 3. Start those supplements and report back to me next week. Okay. Now, I've got 2 clients left. Claustrophobia and trust issues. I'm going to take claustrophobia. I'll let you guys take trust issues. Don't worry. I'll clear claustrophobia real fast. And sorry, I know you've been waiting since earlier, but I only have a limited number of slots. Trust issues, I'll let you guys handle it because I know that one's going to be funny. Okay, let's talk to Miss Claustrophobia. Yeah. Okay, can't handle being in smaller spaces. Man, that sounds really difficult. I'm glad you're here to talk about it, you know? Yeah. Not sure if therapy can actually help with something like this. Well, look. Stop whining and just avoid elevators if they bother you so much. Listen, many people overcome this fear and you absolutely can too. Okay, elevators are the worst, but also crowded rooms and even small cars. I understand, I actually feel the same way. In Singapore, when the trains are packed during rush hour, I had to actually wear a mask to stop from passing out because I could not stand being around other humans. It was actually pretty terrible. 1 second. Sorry, I gotta check something from my dad. My apologies. Let's just take a second. My dad's just asking me about some of the stuff in my spending. He was worried because he was wondering why Grab is in Singapore. Grab is like Uber Eats and stuff. So it functions as a wallet, and I'm using that to pay for my Steam stuff. So he's like, you didn't go anywhere, son. How come Grab charged you like $200? I'm like, this is all my game spending, Dad. Don't worry about it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me quickly finish this. What physical sensations do you feel when you're in this space? Heart races, you sweat, you feel like you can't breathe properly. Okay. Have you noticed any patterns in when these physical symptoms are strongest? Definitely worse when I'm already stressed about other things. Okay. Okay. How about you try one small exposure this week and we'll take a note of how you feel. Okay? Yeah, thank you. See you later. Okay, I'm so sorry you've been waiting for a while, Fiona. I know you've got trust issues and I just made you wait 2 hours for my... Jesus Christ. Dudes, there are like 3 clients outside my door. Holy crap. Okay, guys. Let's do the trust issues together. Wow, I didn't expect this game would have so many clients. Okay, guys, you can start voting now. I can't trust anyone anymore. Not even the people close to me. Okay, she got trust issues like Drake. Now, ladies and gents, I leave the voting to you. All right, the sassy response is 1. The other two responses are the good ones. You know, like what specific experiences have led you to feel this way, number 2, or number 3. That sounds really difficult. I'm glad you felt safe sharing them here. I knew Donnie and High-Rise would pick number 2, although High-Rise sometimes picks the troll response. Arcane is more of comforting the client first, which is fair. Lewis also picked the comfort option. Cardival 2. Okay, you guys are more analytical like me. Fair enough. Eddie with number 2. Gabak with number 3. The kind-hearted people will pick 3 first. Bear and Savage. Okay, noted. Bear and Cold as Ice. Okay, you don't give no F's about anything. Baron came up from the streets. All right. Number 2 is the winner. Let me just double check that. Yes, okay. Well, her ex lied to her constantly, and her best friend betrayed her. I see. Okay. Wow. Number 1 is Savage straight up. How do you typically respond when someone tries to get close to you? That's number 2. And those are real wounds, and it makes sense that you're protecting yourself now. Empathy response would be strong for me on this one. I would probably say that because I do understand that feeling and that vibe. So, yeah. Number 3 sounds pretty legit. And yet, the Savages would pick it, High-Rise. The Savages would pick it. Baron going introspective. Cardival with 3, Austin with 3. Okay, fair enough. That does make sense. Donnie with 2. Okay, getting perspective. Not introspective. I guess it is introspective from her perspective, but whatever. Okay, mostly people with 3. Okay, yep. It probably does, Eddie. It probably does. All right, 3 it is. Arcane with 2. All right, but 3 is still in the lead, so 3 it is. Okay. I don't know if I should even be talking about this with you. Well, you came to therapy, lady. God, even I want to sass her. But anyway. All right. I would personally pick 3. Take your time. There's no pressure to share anything you're not ready for. But y'all can pick 1 as well, you know. But if you really want to be a savage, number 2. Most people don't. When you first go into therapy, it's hard to trust. Number 1, what would help you feel more comfortable? Yeah, okay. Gabak with 3, okay. Baron with 3. Okay, 3 and 1 looks about evened up. I love that Austin picked 2 though. Okay, sorry, 3 is now in the lead. Okay, 1 evened up and then 3 was put in the lead again. Okay, so the response will be 3. Okay, take your time. There's no pressure to share anything you're not ready for. Ah, thank you for understanding. It means more than you might think. No problem. I push people away before they can hurt me, even when I'm lonely. I understand that, Fiona. So pushing everyone away is a cowardly way to live your life. That's the number 1 response. Number 2, do you think isolation protects you or just confirms your worst fears? And number 3, what might happen if you took one small risk with someone trustworthy? Now, I personally would pick number 2 because number 3 is that she gonna get even more trust issues, okay? She gonna take some risks, she gonna tell somebody she likes them, and then they're gonna say, sorry, I don't like you, and then she's gonna go even deeper inside the hole. Okay, Austin, Cardival, Silent, Dawn agreeing with me. Being Amity agreeing with me. Fair enough, fair enough. Baron Von Crash showing his Conan the Barbarian side. High-Rise Society, Eddie, number 2. Okay, it looks like number 2 is the clear winner here. Arcane also number 2. Okay, great. Maybe you're right, but knowing that doesn't make it easier to change. I understand, Fiona. Number 3 is the savage response. I'm telling you guys in advance. Number 1, what beliefs about yourself make trusting others feel so impossible right now? And number 2, change is hard, but you've already survived the worst. You're stronger now. Okay. I believe that is Gabak with number 2. Austin with number 3. Carnival, High Rise, and Arcane with number 1. Okay. Oh, sorry. Gabox was for the previous one. You're right. So 2, 3. Okay. 1 is in the lead right now. 2 and 3 are even. And lol, if a therapist tells you that, they're a terrible therapist. Wow, I mispronounced that so bad. Therapist. Wow, okay. I'm such a legend. Okay, 1 apparently is in the lead, so I think it'll be option 1 right now. 2 is definitely a good choice, but yeah, I think 1 would give us more perspective. Hey, Gerald. Hey, Natasha. Welcome to Therapy Simulator. Okay, we're picking number 1. I guess I believe that if I trust someone, I'm weak and vulnerable. It's going to take time, but I want to try. I'm tired of being alone. Wow, number 1 is the savage response. Just don't come crying to me when you get hurt again. Number 2, absolutely. Healing takes courage, and you're showing that courage right now. And number 3, start small and notice how it feels when people show up for you. Kind of like how I feel when people show up to my streams that aren't even my mainstream, but they actually participate. So thank you guys for being here. Okay. No problem. Glad to have you back. I hope you're okay. If you don't mind me asking, what country do you live in that had no power for 30 hours? Because damn. Sounds like that time Dawn didn't have power for like quite a while as well. Okay, 3 is currently in the lead. Okay, wow, overwhelming response for 3. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully Aleo didn't run out of power. Okay. 3 is overwhelmingly winning, so it will be 3. Okay, 3 it is. All right. Good job. Now it's 3:45. I don't believe I can take any more clients. I can still take clients? Are you kidding me? Inferiority complex, social anxiety. Okay, wait. I know some of y'all got social anxiety. I'm gonna take this client. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll help the PTSD if I have time. But let's talk to Mr. Social Anxiety here. Okay, now since this is a walk-in client, I'll take it for myself. All right, this is for all of you people that have social anxiety. I'm gonna help you as an actual therapist right now, okay? Are y'all ready? Are you socially anxious, massive nerds? Okay, let's do this. I can't handle being around people. I freeze up completely. Look, I completely understand that, sir. I go through it. Okay, several of you nerds go through it. All right, look, that sounds really difficult, but I'm here to help you work through it. Let's talk about it. Okay. What's one small social situation that we could work on together, Mr. Emilio? Let's talk about that. At parties, I stand in the corner. Oh, man, this is the only reason I can't be a therapist. As soon as they tell me this shit, I'm gonna start laughing. Okay, I'm sorry for laughing, sir. Standing in corners is exactly why you have no friends. Oh, God, I want to pick this response so bad, but I know I can't. Okay. Do you think that avoiding the eye contact makes you feel safer? I see. So if you avoid eye contact, then, they can't judge you. Fair enough. And, okay. The sassy responses are so good. Hiding from judgment is why you'll always be alone. Damn, I want to pick that so bad. Okay, what would happen if someone did judge you, though? I suppose nothing catastrophic would actually happen. This gives me something concrete to think about. Well, that's right. You see, sir, you can't overthink about everything, How about you keep thinking about this, and we'll explore more next week. Okay, sir? All right. Thank you, Mr. Emilio. I believe Cardavel and Aleo are both from South Africa. Aleo must be working right now. Okay, I'm going to let you guys take the PTSD one. All right. If Vengeance were around, I would let him take this one wholly on his own, but I think he's busy with work, so. All right, let's work through the PTSD character together. All right, Miss Talia, Miss Talia, sorry for misgendering you. You are my last patient for the day. Yeah, Aleo's also from South Africa. My SA crew is growing, just like my Puerto Rican crew, okay? Now, I need my South African people to do something for me, okay? Just like I told my Puerto Rican people, what I need you to do is go on to Tinder for me, okay? So Tinder South Africa, Tinder Puerto Rico, and please look for hot mamacitas to come to my stream and act as my cheerleaders, okay? I leave it to you guys. I trust you guys, okay? I believe that the people from Puerto Rico and South Africa can now race to find me hot mamacitas on Tinder that will come and cheer my stream on, okay? All right, now let's stop the jokes. Let's do this for real. We'll do the voting system just like before, so prepare yourselves. Listen, Don, I told you that at the start, and I'll tell you that right now, okay? I need hot mamacitas. Now, I keep having nightmares about the accident, and I can't sleep anymore. So she recently had an accident. That is what's causing her PTSD. Option 1, let's work on some grounding techniques you can use when the nightmares happen. Number 2, tell me more about how these nightmares are affecting your daily life. And number 3, you're letting some bad dreams control your entire life now? Like, bro. Okay, so please don't pick option 3. I mean, if you really want to, I'm not going to deny you guys, but that's just sass, man. Okay, Austin with option 2, going deeper. Cardival with option 2, going deeper. Gabak and High Rise with option 2. Okay, Arcane going straight for solution with number 1. Fair enough. I mean, I would have picked option 2 as well. I like to know a bit more first before I suggest the solution. Okay, 2 has an overwhelming victory right now. All right, so she can barely focus on work and she avoids driving completely now. Okay, understandable. Option 1, what if we started with short drives in safe areas first? And number 2 is avoiding, that's the sassy response. Number 3, those reactions are completely normal for someone experiencing trauma like yours. Okay, number 3 is understanding her. And number 1 is proposing a solution. What I would probably do in my situation is I'd probably pick number 1, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Let's see what the choice is. High Rise starting with a 3 right there. Okay. Gerald with number 2. Ooh, Gerald ready to sass this lady. Okay, Cardival with 3. Eddie with 3. Arcane with 3. Natasha with 1. Okay, 3 is currently in the lead. It looks like 3 has an overwhelming majority. Okay, let's show some empathy first. Understood, ladies and gents. Okay, empathy first. Okay, so we can say it's okay to feel uncertain. We'll figure this out together. Number 2 is starting with one small step, like practicing deep breathing for 5 minutes daily. Or number 3, we can sass their ass. Gerald with number 1. Okay, fair enough. Empathy response. Number 2 is the solutions logical response. And number 3 is just sass their ass. Okay, High Rise also with 1. Take your time, Eddie. Cardival with 2. Okay, fair enough. 1 is currently in the lead. Dawn, Natasha, and Baron all with number 2. Okay, solutions. Arcane with 2. Lewis with 1. Okay. Looks like it's an overwhelming majority for solutions. Okay, 1 and 2 are evened up. Looks like it's going to come down to dice roll. And time. Okay, it's going to come down to dice roll. Let's see whether option 1 or option 2 happens. Here we go, dice rolling. And it is option 2 that won out. So let's start with one small step. Practicing daily breathing. Deep breathing. Austin's response is the cutoff. The flashbacks happen randomly and I feel like I'm back there again. Lady, you should be listening to my after deployment album. I think it will help you through this. But anyway. Okay. What specific triggers have you noticed that bring on these flashbacks? Number 2, sounds like you enjoy the attention from your little episodes. Ooh, that's the sass response. And number 3, let's develop a plan for when flashbacks occur to help you feel safer. So empathy is number 1, solution is number 3. Ladies and gents, you may have your choice. Okay, Austin with number 1. Fair enough, going deeper. The rest are more with solutions. Okay, we've got 5 votes for solutions, which is number 3. Fair enough. High Rise with 1, Arcane with 3. Okay, going straight for that solution. Understandable, understandable. Okay, overwhelming majority in favor of solutions, and that's time. So, let's go with that. What kind of plan would help when I feel so out of control? She feels out of control, ladies and gents. Okay, Donnie's response, Gerald's response is the cutoff. Number 1, at least you're consistent when feeling helpless all the time. That's the sass response. Number 2, we can practice the 5 senses grounding technique now if you'd like. And number 3, your feelings are valid and healing takes time. 3 is the empathy response. Number 2 is the solution. And number 1 is if you want to sass this poor lady. All right, you may have your votes. Baron, there we go, with the sass response. Okay, Silent Dawn, Gabak, Cardavel, Natasha with number 2. Right, we're gonna help her practice, okay. Austin with number 3, empathy from Austin. Incredible. Tilt with number 2, High Rise with number 2, okay. So it looks like number 2 is having an overwhelming victory. I guess we'll call it early because I don't think any of the other options could win at this point. Okay, we'll call it early and go for number 2. Let's practice the grounding technique. She's willing to try that technique today. Good. I'm glad you came in today. Listen, all right, I'll close out the session. Keep practicing those techniques and track what works best for you. All right, no problemo. Comforted 10 patients. Hey, we got an achievement for that. Oh my god, this dude's been waiting this entire time. Fine. I didn't know I could take a client this late at night, but you know what? I'll work till 6 p.m. Let's go. Let's go. Now, this guy's got an inferiority complex. Now, this one's just for chat. All right. I'm going to teach you guys how to overcome an inferiority complex. And I'm going to do it in an Asian accent. You guys ready? Those who've never heard it before, please enjoy. Okay, sir. You are Mr. Aiden Ching. Hey, guess what? I am Sid Chen as well, okay? So we both from the same kind of country, okay? 我是中国人. Now, let's talk about your feelings today. You always feel like everyone around you is better than I am. Okay, listen, I tell you what. Last time, you know, when I am called Asian robot, my dad say that I am disappointment to the family. So I think that you also disappointment to the family. I mean, your name is Aiden Ching, so I'm sure your family also asks you why you never get A grades in school, why you always get the B grades. So of course everyone better than you. You see the neighbor kid, he also Asian. He come home with A+ every single time. Okay, his mother never spank him. Okay, but your mother spank you every day. All right. What situations make you compare yourself to others? Mostly at work when you see your colleagues succeeding. This because you not work hard enough, okay? I tell you right now, sir, okay, if you work as hard as your colleagues, if you stay late every single night, okay, you learn to stay late, you sleep in the office, you gotta learn to be like Japanese businessmen. You are a disappointment to your family because you don't be like Japanese businessmen. You understand? All right, I'll clear this properly so we can have a proper session tomorrow with our actual clients. All right. Listen, it's okay to feel uncertain. Sharing itself is progress, sir. Listen. Let's identify one small step you can take this week. Sir, you feel you're not smart or not capable enough for everything. That's why you're in therapy. You think your neighbor kid who is now your boss, successful Asian businessman, you think he ever come to therapy? He don't come for therapy. He just go drinking at karaoke. Okay, he just go drink 70 beers at karaoke and come home wasted. This is how Asian men get over their problems, okay? We don't go for therapy or all this kind of cowardly Western technique. No, Eastern men understand only one way of drinking, of dealing with your problems, okay? You go down to the convenience store, you go tell the convenience store clerk, Oi, Asahi beer, 3 6-pack. Okay? And then after you tell them that, they hand you 3 6-pack, then you go get drunk in the alleyway, okay? Y'all ever seen that meme about the Japanese businessman missing the train by like 1 minute? Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can source that meme for you. I can't remember if it was in this tab. I'm just gonna see if I can find it first, just because it's so hilarious. I want to share it with you guys. Okay, yeah. Somebody actually did this. I'll share. If those of you who have it on TikTok would probably be able to see this, but yeah, if you got TikTok, here's the video. Oh yeah, this is the other one. This is the other one from Instagram. Hold up. Yo. Y'all gotta see this shit. Okay? This is what happens when the Japanese businessman misses the last train. Okay, I'm gonna save this post for myself to laugh at later. It's great. Okay, now let me finish this. Okay. Where do you think these thoughts about capability first came from? Oh, he is 100% Asian gentleman. Okay, ladies and gents. Maybe from his parents praising his older brother more. Yeah, that's right. You the weak younger brother. Your older brother already doctor. Okay, by the time your older brother was 16, he doing stem cell research. By the time you're 16, you haven't even figured out economics. You don't even know how to get A+ in math. Of course, you're gonna get compared to your older brother. Your older brother already been married 3 times with 6 different wives and got 13 different children. Okay, he the director of his hospital. What about you? You poor Asian man, you sit here in therapy. I tell you, okay, as an Asian man myself, genuinely, if I was to ever go to therapy, okay, you get that Asian family judgment straight away, okay? This is weakness, and we cannot show such weakness, all right? Now, don't spill your drink too much, okay? Now, let's talk about this. Let's empathize with this man, okay? That comparison must have been pretty painful throughout your childhood. It really was. You never felt good enough for them. This helping me understand myself better. Thank you. Yeah, of course this is helping you to understand yourself better. Don't you know what a therapist is here for? Therapist is here for one thing only, okay? Therapist is simply here to tell you the things you want to hear and take your money. That's why I study therapy. So easy money. Why you think I want to go out there, become doctor, have to analyze disease and then go and catch disease in the hospital? No, I tell you, good job for Asian men is to be psychoanalyst. Why? Because we can tell you the number one reason that you feel so bad about yourself is because your parents never love you. Okay? And don't worry, our parents also learn how to discipline us, so we understand. But we're not weak like you, we're strong. Alright. Anyway, listen. He's done some great work exploring these difficult feelings. Alright, see you later, Mr. Aiden. Yeah, you waited a long time, buddy. Let's get out of here. We've had too many clients. I'm out. I know, right? The IG reel is so hilarious. Okay. Guys, this was an epic session. We treated 10 patients in a single day. We gained 10 karma. We didn't offend anybody. All right, we earned $2,000. All right. Man, I need to go and think about becoming a therapist. This shit's so easy. I just have to sass people, give them the Asian accent. I give them Uncle Roger therapy. All right, let's go. Now, we only have 2 clients today. So the first client is scared of abandonment. which is Miss Scarlett Meha. So I will let you guys vote on that. And Miss Ariel Bridges is an overthinker. All right, if we got any random clients to fill out the day, let's have some fun. Let me go try the secretary's door. Urgh. Okay, she's still locked herself in there. I can't find a mamacita, so I'm gonna go sit down at my desk now. All right, start my day. Woo, the clients already arrived. Damn, they fast. They scary. Okay, Scarlett Meta suffers from abandonment issues. All right, lady, step into my office. All right, let's take a seat. Okay, Scarlett, me and my chat are here to help you. Let's talk about this. Everyone I care about eventually leaves her behind. Okay. So, option 1. What's one small step you could take to build stronger connections? Number 2. When did you first notice this pattern in your relationships? And number 3. Sounds like you're collecting reasons to feel sorry for yourself. Number 3 is the barren response. So, that's going to be what we pick if you want to sass the client. So number 1 and 2 are the, number 1 is the solution, logical option, and number 2 is the emotional response. Okay, 1 and 2 are even. 2 is now in the lead with Natasha. Okay, Austin's evened it up. Five seconds left. And it will go to dice roll. Baron, thank you for being so consistently on number 3. Okay, and that's time. Let's go to dice roll between option 1 and option 2. Time to roll the dice. Where's my dice roller? Oh shit, I closed the tab. Sorry about that. Let me just reopen the tab. Okay, dice roll says it is going to be option 2. Okay, when did you first notice this pattern in your relationships? I guess it started when my dad left when I was young. Number 1, that must have been incredibly difficult for you. Number 2, how can you break this pattern moving forward? And number 3, so you've been playing victim since childhood? That's the Baron response right there. So ladies and gents, you got a minute. Here's your votes. Okay. Austin with 3. Baron with 3. Damn. Carterville, Natasha, Lewis with 1. Hey, Saifuddin. Okay. None for 2. But Baron and Austin are definitely teaming up for the Savage Squad now. They're gonna get it one of these times, and we're gonna hit an evil response, I tell you that. Okay. 5 seconds, and I'll call it time. And time. Okay. That'll be number 1. I'm not even sure where to begin with that. Okay. Number 1, we can start by identifying one relationship they want to strengthen. Indecision is just another excuse to avoid trying. That's the Baron response. And number 3, it's okay to feel uncertain about this. That's empathy. So, ladies and gents, I turn it over to you. And if you ask me for my opinion, I would personally pick number 1. Now, for those people who want to troll, this is not cocaine. Although I'm glad that you think that my inhaler is cocaine. This is just an inhaler. Helps you breathe. When your allergies are bad. It hurts a little bit, but it helps. Okay, 1 and 3 are currently evened up. Baron and Austin. Oh, all 3 responses evened up. Interesting. Interesting. It's now going to be a dice roll between 3. Okay. Let's roll the dice between all 3 options and see what the fates pick for us. And the response is number 1, according to the dice. Okay. Let's start by identifying one relationship they can strengthen. I push people away before they can abandon me first. Okay. Well, number 1 is the Baron option. Running away before they do. How's that working out for you? Number 2, what would happen if you stayed vulnerable instead of pushing away? And number 3, can you see how this becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy? Austin hardcore on trying to make the evil response happen. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Damn, Natasha went for evil response. Okay, okay, I see you. Lewis on the evil response. Baron, surprisingly, not on the evil response. Cardavel on 2, but it looks like evil response has an overwhelming majority at number 1. Okay, and that's time. Evil response. I don't need this from you two. Look at her grimace. Look at her nose. We can attempt to wrap up the session with number 3. We can say, I understand this is painful to discuss, which is the correct option. Or getting upset just proves you know I'm right. What we do? Baron good. Natasha and Austin number 2 trying to save my business. Baron number 1 straight up. Lol. Cardavel with number 2. Okay, okay. Looks like majority on 2. Baron got that proof of a savage, I tell you. Proof of a savage. This ain't no Monster Hunter proof of a hero. Nah, it's proof of a savage right there. Lewis with number 2, okay. Alright, 5 seconds, then we're gonna call it. Lol. Alright, number 2 it is. You keep dismissing everything I say. I expected more professionalism from you. Well, listen, you know. I appreciate your honesty about my mistakes. Goodbye, I guess. Okay, bye. That was unfortunately the wrap-up, so I think we managed to offend our first client. This is Ariel Bridges. I have you later. There's no other client right now. Okay, let's do your appointment early. Now this is the overthinker. All right, let's talk to the overthinker. Now, since someone in chat, I think it was Natasha, said that she's an overthinker. All right, let me take this one proper, and we'll see how we can cure the overthinking. All right, let's go. She can't stop overthinking everything. It's driving you crazy. Okay. Let's start by saying, what do you notice happening in your mind before the overthinking actually starts? It usually starts when I'm alone with nothing to distract me. Okay. That awareness is a powerful first step toward making any real changes. I actually agree with that. She's not sure she can stop herself once it starts happening. Okay. Well, it's okay to feel uncertain. We'll work through this step by step. Try setting a timer. Okay. From my personal experience, in actuality, setting a timer and letting yourself overthink intentionally is not going to work. So I'm going to go with it's okay to feel uncertain. We'll work through this together step by step. You will get better, okay? Every small decision becomes a huge thing, and they analyze for hours afterward. Well, my personal experience is that when you overanalyze the decision, you don't actually make the decision. I actually suffer from this to a lesser extent, but sometimes I get so caught up thinking about what I'm going to do with the time that I actually don't do anything with the time at all. So I have learned one personal technique that I think I can just share with you guys is that I've learned to just As silly as this sounds, I've learned to just shotgun it. Sometimes when I'm trying to decide what I want to do, I'll just say, look, screw the consequences. I'm going to do this now. And then I will deal with the rest later. All right. Because sometimes I feel that this is quite important, you know? Sometimes you just got to take the leap and just do it. So, but I'm going to ask her for detail. Where do you think this need to analyze everything so deeply comes from? Maybe it comes from my childhood where my parents criticized every choice I made. Okay, so now we're coming to the real core of the issue. It stems from her insecurity with what her parents, what her parents used to do with criticizing every decision made. Sometimes it can feel like that, especially in Asian households. So I think that genuinely, I would say number 3, understanding the root helps see why your mind developed the protective pattern. Yes, it is something you can work on. Absolutely. All right. I think that what you should do is to first build on this awareness and practice the techniques that we discussed. Because one thing which will happen, and quite frankly, this does actually happen with us overthinkers, is that when you think too much, you actually end up doing nothing. Analysis paralysis, essentially. So if you do find yourself analyzing a decision too much, you can try the shotgun method. Just do it first, especially with small decisions. Do it first, all right? And then think about the consequences later, you know? Oh, listen, I completely understand you guys on that. It's why I actually started this, because quite frankly, a lot of the other solutions just end up feeding you into the loop even more. So, for example, I would sit here and tell myself, to share a bit about my personal experience. I would sit here and tell myself, okay, I really got to work on this new music track because I've got this amazing idea. But at the same time, I really want to play my video game. And at the same time, I really want to read this manga and have some time to myself, because usually I'm streaming for you guys, creating content. I don't really get a lot of that time to myself. So what do? You know, I've learned to just say, okay, the first thing I want to do, all right, is usually the correct choice. I'm going to go do that first, and then I'll do it for a while. And then if something else is really nagging me, I will go and do that something else. That's how I make my decisions sometimes, because you just got to pull the trigger, essentially. All right. I don't know if it'll work for everybody, but this is some advice for what has worked for me personally. And it has worked fairly well. Okay. So let's keep building on this awareness and practicing the techniques we discussed. All right. I am now apparently a rational apprentice. Wow. We have a new class, guys. Rational Apprentice. All right, now it's time for you guys to get back into it. This is Brandon Wood. He suffers from work stress. Are you guys ready? Now it's time for chat to take the wheel. Have a seat, Mr. Brandon. Come on in, sir. There's somebody outside my office staring inside like it. Why don't you come in? Pessimism, huh? Okay. Sorry, let me close the door. I'm gonna sit down with Mr. Brandon Wood, who suffers from work stress. Hey, if I can help a little bit, you know, I'm happy. All right. Now, this man says he can't handle the job anymore. The stress is absolutely killing him. Guys, what do we tell him? Number 1, this sounds incredibly difficult. I'm here to help you through this. Number 3, what specific aspects of your work are creating the most stress? Number 2 is obviously the barren response. I don't think I have to tell you that. Welcome back, Eddie. Okay, Cardival is going for the emotional style. Natasha, emotional style. Lewis is rational style. Well, I'm glad it's not killing you anymore, buddy. Okay, logical response has 1. Let's go with that. Okay, he's mostly afraid of the deadlines and his demanding boss. Well, empathy is number 1. Number 2 is solution based. And number 3 is barren. So, here we go. You may have your votes. Customers and employees are my number 1 work stress as well. In my case, just the customers. Natasha and Baron, damn. No mercy? Bros. You guys are evil. But it seems like number 3 is winning for now. Natasha hardcore, I understand. Three it is. Look at him, he's so surprised. I can't believe you just said that to me. Did you see his face? Yo. This homie. He was shocked. He couldn't believe it. You guys just sassed this poor man. Damn. Damn. All right. Now y'all can have your votes to fix the situation. Or don't. Up to you. I'm going to finish my popcorn. Natasha, 100% boss from hell. Donnie back in to be the kind person. I'll tell you, one day, eventually, when you let me see your face, I'm going to be like, this is the lady that cannot be my boss. If I ever have a manager, it cannot be Natasha. All right. I'll be sitting in my little room, getting ready to stream, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't feel so right today. I kind of feel a bit off today. So I'm going to take a break. And Natasha going to tell me, no, you are here to work. You are here to work, and you are here to make your business a success. All right. If you were a streamer from Wakanda, I would set the Black Panther on your ass right now because you have no work ethic. Oops, sorry. That's the timer. Okay, let me tally up. All responses even. So let's roll a dice. Don't worry, I know you just laughed yourself half to death with that one, Natasha. And the dice says... response number 2. Okay, there we go. You're supposed to help me, not make me feel worse than before. My boss emails me constantly, even late at night and on the weekends. Okay, option number 1. You're too weak to set boundaries with your boss. This is the Asian response. Number 2. Have you considered turning off work notifications after a certain time? Logical. And number 3. Why do you think you feel obligated to respond immediately? I tell you, now that I know Natasha, right? Natasha gonna say, what do you mean? If I send you an email at 3 a.m. in the morning, I expect you to respond before 4 a.m. before the workspace opens because I need to send another email to the client as soon as the business opens. You work for me. I am your boss. You will do as I say. Okay, Natasha's picked 2. Louis on 2. Silent Dawn 2. Austin 2. Carterville, Baron 3. But you know what? You're absolutely right, Natasha. This is how you feed your family. Okay, it looks like overwhelming majority is 2. And you know what? You're correct about that. 2 is the correct way. That's actually a good idea. I never thought about that option. Why don't you try it tonight and see how it feels, all right? Okay, he's going to set his phone to silent. Oh, sorry. I thought that was the closing response. Never mind. Sorry, you guys get one more vote. Number 1, remember to silence those notifications tonight and report back next week. Number 2, try not to mess this up like everything else. And number 3, I'm proud of you, my son. Man, I should try turning off YouTube notifications after I go to bed. Sometimes I still respond once in a while, especially when there's troll comments, I delete them. You see, ladies and gents, Natasha says 3, but as a boss, okay? As a boss, as a badass boss lady, she says 2, okay? Realistically, Natasha's thinking 2. She's learning from this session so that her employees can, like, you know, suffer more. She's ready. She's ready. She's like, okay, I understand. I understand it now. All right. It looks like number 1 and 3 are even. We're going to roll the dice. Number 1 wins. Okay, here we go. No other clients? Okay. Now, who this? She suffers from pessimism. Okay, let's talk to her about pessimism. Come on into my office. Pessimistic lady. How you doing? Hey, look. This guy's staring at the therapy. Oh, dude, he's so creepy. Okay. Slender bro out there staring at therapy, but anyway. All right, let's talk about this. So, Miss Eva, you say that everything always goes wrong and nothing ever works out for you. That's pretty pathetic, don't you think? Alright, chat, you can have your votes. 3 is solution-based, 1 is emotional. Natasha with 3, okay. Yeah. I too would deep dive, because I find that diving deep is more effective than emotional responses. Baron doing what is expected of him. Donnie with 3, okay. Okay, cool. Eddie with 3, okay. 10 seconds left on the clock. And time. Okay. She says she focuses on problems too much. Fair enough. Number 1, let's identify one specific situation we can examine more closely. This is the logical response. Number 2 is the emotional response, so we empathize with her. And number 3 is the Baron response. So which will it be, fam? He's our new client, Lewis. He's got creepomania. You know, we've been doing therapy for these clients for like literally 2 hours. This is great. One seems to be the majority right now. Okay. Let's do number 1. Her job interview last week confirmed everything will always fail. I see. Well, how often do your predictions of failure actually come through? That's number 1. 1 failed interview and you're already giving up completely? That's number 2. The Baron response. And number 3 is, what evidence do you have that this one interview predicts everything? What will you pick? I leave the decision in your hands, chat. Chat GPT. How should I give this person therapy? 3, huh? Okay. Donnie with 3, Carterville with 3, Austin, Eddie, Lewis with 2. Okay. We might sass this person. Okay, that's time. All right, we're gonna roll the dice between 2 and 3. Let's see which one comes up. Oh, missed it by a hair. It is gonna be 3, unfortunately. Damn, we almost had the sass response, but the dice has spoken. I actually was looking forward to the sass response. Okay, it's 3. I suppose there were other factors, not just my inevitable failure. Okay. You're starting to see other perspectives beyond just automatic negativity. That's good. And number 2, so you admit you're just ignoring reality to feel sorry. Sass. And number 3 is, let's track positive outcomes this week to challenge these assumptions. Which is actually something that normally you would do when people feel overly pessimistic. You get them to try and record positive things because they're usually not seeing them and overthinking. This is a facet of overthinking, I guess. They're overthinking on the negatives. Lewis going straight for 2. Natasha and Donnie on 3. Okay. Well of heaven right there. I also use this moment to say a big thank you to everybody who did show up for Therapy Simulator. I know this is an indie game. It's not even my regular content. But thank you to those of you who, believe in the robot enough to show some love and swing by and, go through this fun little game with me. Okay, Lewis and Baron are in the number 2, and that's time. 2 and 3 are now currently neck and neck. Let's roll the dice. And the winner is 3 again. The dice does not want to sass this poor lady. Okay, number 3 it is. Okay, try and notice the good things, Miss Eva. Yes. Practice noticing one positive thing daily before our next session, and I'll see you next time, okay? I'm gonna go talk to Creepy McGee out there. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm gonna do my push-ups because I've been slacking on them, and we're gonna invite Creepy McGee. Hey, Creeps, come on in. Self-sabotage. Okay, wait, guys. I have to take this client myself, okay? This time, this guy, his name is Kyle Su. You know what that means? That means that this man is Asian. So it's time for the Asian therapist to show these people, okay, how to do Asian therapy. Okay, I will teach you all the power of Asian therapy. But first I do my push-ups. Then I show you, okay, how we give therapy to another Asian man. Thanks for believing in me, Natasha. Alright, BRB 1 second. Okay, push-ups done. I don't know what's wrong with his neck, but all these people have very, very loose necks. I think they maybe got their necks designed in the TFD dev room. Okay, Mr. Kao Su, you keep ruining everything good in your life when it starts working. This is what we call self-sabotage and failure. It stems from the internal core that because you as an Asian man never received validation from your parents, okay, now you think that you must fail in order to finally receive validation from your parents. Am I right? Okay. That sounds really painful. I'm glad you're sharing now. Let's explore what patterns you notice when things start going well for you. You do notice a pattern, but you're not sure why. This is because you are a silly Asian man coming for therapy. What have I told you? Okay? I tell all my Asian clients the same advice because this advice is the crucial advice for a real Asian man. You go down to the convenience store, you buy 3 6-pack of beer. You don't buy 1, you don't buy 2, you buy 3. Okay, 18 beer in total. All right, you miss the last train and you go drinking. I want to see you with your tie around your neck, pass out in an alleyway now like a real Asian man, okay? That is what a salary man would do. All right. Your awareness of a pattern is actually a really important first step forward, and this is kind of crucial. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm just scared of succeeding or something like that. Fear of success is actually more common than most people actually think. And it's actually true. Sometimes I notice a pattern even for myself. When I'm starting to do well, you know, there's a bit of self-sabotage that goes on. But I try to break through this pattern by understanding the root cause. I say, look, I have to validate myself as a success, and I have to believe in myself more strongly than anybody else because, you know, I got you guys with me, I got my crew with me, but not everybody can believe in you forever. All right, you got to show them that you're worth believing in. So that's something that I think about. So fear of success is definitely common. Okay, so he got promoted last month and immediately started missing deadlines on purpose. There are actually people with psychological disorders like this. I don't think any of you ever suffer from self-sabotage, but in case you actually do, if you feel like you purposefully need to fall behind for other people, don't. Accelerate instead. Be the best form of yourself that you can be. And what's cracking? We're doing therapy, you know? Playing Therapy Simulator, Marky Mark. Showcasing this game for the devs. You know, it's just one stream session, but hey, I like doing this once in a while. Hey, Mo. All right. Missing deadlines on purpose suggests that you're actually protecting yourself from something, sir. What is it? He's scared of expectation, that people will start to expect more from him if he actually succeeds. What if meeting those expectations could feel satisfying instead of just scary? You know? I think that you should embrace that nervous energy because just feeling excitement, that's going to wane. But if you think about nervousness as a way to energize yourself, like sometimes when I'm, you know, I'll share this like he's an actual client. You know, sometimes when I'm nervous about working on music, I'll just say, well, you know what? I actually think about you guys. I actually think about my people and my audience. And I'll say like, you know what? I know who would like this track, you know? So I start to work on it a little more and I say, okay, you know what? This track is banging. Yeah, I think Lewis is going to really like this. So I think Mo's going to bump his head to this. So I think Baron might really like this. So, you know, sometimes you got to let the nervous energy carry you forward and let it motivate you to be better than who you are. So hell yeah. No problem, Mr. Sue. Now get out of my office. Now don't come back until you got pictures of Spider-Man. Okay, guys, we only have 4 or 5 clients today. Doesn't look like there's any more. It's 2 p.m. Oh, hey, I can purchase a therapist. I can pay my rent bill, Dudes, this is the most important decision, okay? I'm gonna actually set up a poll for this. Therapy cat or therapy dog? Okay, there's even a joke response, but let's go, guys. It's time to decide. Either you have a therapy dog, therapy cat, or a therapy-approved Asian robot to tell you you a failure. Okay, dog and cat, neck and neck, 50-50 right now. Nothing wrong with that, Lewis. I'm gonna let you guys cast your votes. Wow, guys, after 8 votes in chat, Cat is actually winning. That's actually pretty interesting. I actually find it very interesting. Oh my god, this page flashbangs me. But I find it very interesting that, you know, the therapy cat is winning out. That's fair, though. That's fair. I mean, I'm going to pick it up in a second, but yeah, no, fair enough. Cats are very spiritual and healing. I'm so sorry for this, but I instantaneously thought of you know the deity that actually gives the powers of the Black Panther is the cat deity Bast. So I thought about that instantaneously. I was like, ah yes, Natasha. She says that we must all tremble before Bast. Time to climb Mount Bashenga. It's actually 50-50 right now. Dog got 2 more votes. So it's actually 50-50 right now. Which means that I'm going to have to roll a dice for this. But we have 50% therapy cats and 50% therapy dogs. Okay. I'll wait 1 more minute. And then I will close the poll. And see what the final result is. It's very interesting. You know, this gives it's just like I said earlier, it's kind of like an insight into people and their thoughts, you know, what they like, things like that, how they react to certain situations. Some people go through life with a, you know, a little bit of a blunt, funny attitude. Some people will even take video games seriously and they'll try their best. Like, I guess it really gives you an interesting look, a peer into the core of the person. Well, unfortunately, there's no therapy rabbits, Gerald. There's only a therapy dog or a therapy cat. But rabbits are actually fairly nervous creatures, so they kind of would make bad therapy animals. But after 11 votes, ladies and gents, it would appear that now that the poll is closed, the cat is the final winner. So we're going to go get a therapy cat, and there you have it. All right, we are purchasing the therapy cat. Oh, apparently we can purchase a therapy dog too. But for now, we'll just have the cat. Oh my god, there's a kitty. You can now pet the kitty. You can pet the kitty. It makes a sound every time you pet it. Okay. Hello, therapy cat. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, we only managed to satisfy 4 patients, but that's okay. They do indeed calm you down, and that's a great thing. Oops, went the wrong way. Okay, now, in order to speed this up a little bit, all right, because I still have the rest of the stream to finish, and we've already been doing this for about 2 hours. Okay, I will start taking the clients solo, but I will let you guys vote on selective ones. Okay, there are 2 that I'm gonna let you guys vote on. It's gonna be Julian Tanaka, the toxic boyfriend, and Shantai with the toxic girlfriend. I'm gonna let you guys vote on this. The others I'll handle myself. Let's go, toxic boyfriend. All right. Okay, let's start with the toxic boyfriend first. This is a bad romance, man. This is a bad romance. Let's go. Chat, Chat, I'm gonna let you guys take this one. Okay, Mr. Julian Tanaka, you have a toxic boyfriend. Well, you look like the kind of guy with a toxic boyfriend, so let's go. Okay, let's talk about this. All right, chat, this one is yours. My boyfriend keeps putting me down. Like, I don't know what to do. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, chat. Pick your option. Choose your destiny. Option 1 is emotional. Option 2 is the diving deeper. Option 3 is sass. No problem, Lewis. Ha! Baron with the 3. Donnie with the 2. Mo with 2, okay. 2 is currently winning. And that's time. Okay, 2 it is. Okay, he criticizes everything I do and says nobody else would want me. Now, this guy sounds like a serious manipulator. I'm gonna tell you that much. He's manipulating you into like losing your self-worth. Okay? Those words are meant to control you and they aren't true. To be honest, 1 is the correct response here. But of course, 2 is sass. And 3 is logical. We explore it deeper. But yeah, 1 is the... In this particular situation, if anyone has actually had like toxic relationships, 1 is the correct way. Because they are indeed, just so you all know, this is literally the wording that is used to control people, because it makes you feel like if you leave, you have no other option. There is no space out there. And indeed, some of these people do feel lonely and worthless when they first leave, but after that, they feel better because they start to realize that they can expand their circle and meet healthier and better people for them. Oh, damn, he got poisoned? I'm sorry to hear that, Natasha. That is rough. Okay. Looks like 1 it is. I guess I'm scared to leave because you invested so much time. Listen, I understand. Your feelings are valid. You deserve respect in a relationship. That's option 1. Okay. Number 2 is boundaries, which is more rational rather than emotional. And number 3 is stop whining. But number 1, okay. You got about 50 seconds left. Okay, 2 for 1, 1 for 2. Okay, and that's time. That looks like it's number 1. All right, let's go. That helps to hear that I'm not overreacting. Of course you're not. He also controls who I see and checks my phone constantly. Girl, you gotta get out of there. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now. You know, this controlling behavior... Okay, actually, since this one is... Sorry, I'm actually going to take this one. Because this one is quite real, genuinely. It does actually happen to people. And I would say controlling behavior often escalates over time, you know? Started going through his work emails. Okay. Do you see how his need for control reflects his insecurity? Because you deserve privacy and autonomy in your relationships. This one's actually very true. I would actually cite both things in this particular case. So for me personally, yes, I would actually pick 2. Because we got to get them to see the other person's insecurity. So I agree on that one. Okay. Genuinely, I think that they've taken an important step today for opening up. So for me, that is what I would pick. And starting small and building momentum toward the life you want, that's a bit too much of a lofty response. I would personally pick 2, but that would be what I would say, because to be honest, this is the kind of thing that takes a while to deal with. I'll hold and wait on the votes, but 2 seems to be the logical case here. As somebody that has known people with these type of things, yeah, this is pretty much the right way to go about assisting them. Okay, we got 10 seconds on the clock. Understandable. I think we all have. I've actually been on the opposite end, where I've been the type that is controlling until I realize that I don't have a reason to feel that way, and I have to give trust to get trust, you know? So I can understand that. Okay, number 2. Yep, see you later, pal. Get out of my office. Jeremy Cordova. You know, this guy, look at his smiley face. How is he suffering from loneliness? All right, pal, let's get in here. Let's talk about your loneliness. All right, this one will be fully my client. Let's talk him through his loneliness. I'm going to do this like a professional in 5 seconds. That's okay. Now y'all can have your cat conversation while I handle this client. He says he feels so alone all the time, like nobody really cares about him. Okay. When did you first start noticing these feelings of loneliness? Maybe a few months ago when you stopped going out? Okay. That must have been a difficult transition for you to go through. It feels really hard to reach out. I see. Okay. It is okay to feel scared. Reaching out does take real courage, and I think that you should recognize that. You know? You push people away because you felt unworthy. Where do you think the sense of unworthiness comes from? Probably from my childhood. His parents were never really around for him. I see. Do you think that childhood experience affects your relationships now? I see. You expect people to leave like your parents did. That's very insightful. Well, I'm glad you've noticed these patterns, but keep noticing them and we'll work through them together, sir. All right, sir. Off you go. Wow. We really didn't help him at all, did we? Oh. Who's this guy? Look at him wandering in. Yeah, no, feel free to AFK. Like I said, I'll speed through some of these because I want to showcase as much of the game as possible. And as much as I love letting you guys vote, it might take too long to get through every client. But this one is going to be a chat vote one because you guys deserve to see the toxic girlfriend one. All right, guys, we dealt with the toxic boyfriend. Now I think it's time we deal with the toxic girlfriend. It's a little early, Mr. Sean Tai, but let's talk about your toxic girlfriend, shall we? Okay, his girlfriend constantly accuses him of cheating, but he's never done anything. All right, those few in chat remaining, what do you guys want to do with this fella? What shall we tell Mr. Toxic Girlfriend? What do we think drives her need to accuse you? Maybe you secretly enjoy the drama she creates for you? And have you considered setting clear boundaries about these accusations? Excuse me. One's probably a good response. Okay. All right, we've got ones. And that is time. Okay, one it is. Maybe her ex cheated on her or something? Have you asked her directly about past relationships would be number 1. Your instinct to understand her perspective shows real emotional maturity. Number 2. Or number 3, maybe you like dating someone who keeps you on the edge. Now, Eddie says 1 on this one. I do kind of agree. Gerald with 3, lol. Gerald coming in with sass. But if you ask me my response, I'd pick 1. Because I think that sometimes you got to get to the root of the issue. You need to know what's causing the behavior in order to change the behavior. Yeah, I had a feeling the nice squad would pick 1. You guys emotionally empathize with other people, which I logically understand. We got 5 seconds left before we close, but I'm pretty sure 1's going to be the winner. Okay, 1 it is. Damn, Gerald, that sounds rough, man. I understand the pain. Okay. Next is... she checks my phone constantly and interrogates me about every female friend. Okay, number 1, you need to decide if this relationship respects your basic privacy. Her behavior suggests deep insecurity rather than actual evidence, which I think I would use as my response because essentially, you know, it is her insecurity. Do you give her your passcodes just to keep the peace would be the sassy response, but me personally, I'd pick 2. Gerald says 2, Natasha says 3, Mo says 2. Okay, 2 is currently in the lead. Okay, 15 seconds on the clock. Rena. 2. I know. It is 4 a.m. Did you have fun on League of Legends? Bye. All right, number 2. Here we go. How do you help her? You can't fix her insecurity, sir. Only she can do that work. And quite frankly, this is the only valid response that I'd accept here. But of course, you guys can vote. Perhaps suggesting couples counseling could address the root issues together. Lamau. That's kind of true also. But couples counseling won't actually fix this. Actually, it's more about her fixing her own insecurity. This sounds like you? Yeah, that kind of shit can be rough, Gerald. Trust. That's why, like, when she is the insecure one, you kind of have to recognize that, hey, you know, she's going a little crazy here. Eddie with number 2. Okay. But it does look like 1 is going to be the winner. And time. Okay. 1 it is. 2 would definitely bring in more money, Eddie. But yeah, I know in my heart of hearts, couple counseling won't help. But chat seems to understand that too. And Austin 3, lol. But I do agree with you, Eddie. I do agree. How do I bring up counseling without her freaking out? Or just keep avoiding it and stay miserable forever? Your choice, nerd. That's what I want to say. But realistically, 2 or 3 would be very important. I would say that frame it as wanting to strengthen your relationship together would be important. But I would also advise him that, look, if she's not willing to work on herself and you don't actually, you know, speak about your feelings in a calm and collected manner, then this is not going to move forward. If she gets emotional and starts throwing things, then you should question her. What do you have to hide that makes you insecure about what I'm hiding? You know, and if you have nothing to hide, go talk to the therapist. Go talk to the therapist and let's work on this together. All right. They haven't even suggested couples counseling, so clearly they have your best interest in heart. Maybe talking to them would help, you know? And if you ever identify a significant other with this kind of pattern, okay, then you need to do that. Now, I, as your guild master, am completely exempt from this pattern. I am super toxic, okay? And I will tell you, you guys must only watch me and not other streamers. If you watch other streamers, you're cheating on me and I will cry in the streets, okay? So remember, only your guild leader is allowed to be toxic to you guys, okay? Your relationships cannot be toxic. In fact, your relationships need to sacrifice for your guild master because the guild takes priority over everything else. Okay? So if I say, excuse you, I need my healer here for the raid, okay? And your significant other's like, but it's our anniversary. We need to be like doing shit together. I will say, okay, sir, excuse you. I'm Real Asian Robot. Okay? I'm Real Asian Robot. And I'm the guild master. And I need my healer. Okay, you can have your anniversary with her after she's done healing the guild. You understand, sir? Do you understand? Do you understand the language that I'm speaking to you? Because if you don't understand the language that I'm speaking to you, okay, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. All right, let's check the votes. It's mostly 2. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's kind of crazy, Gerald. It went beyond that. You used to be asleep at night because you have to go to work the next day and she woke you in the middle of the night talking about something she took off somewhere and get lost. I'm rushing to put on your clothes and rush out the door to try and find them and scared and everything. Trying to find a ride. Turns out she's in the driveway and that's looking at me. Lol. Damn, that is pretty crazy. Well, I'm glad you got out of that, Gerald, because, yep. She sounds like she's real crazy. Okay, pet the cat. Pet the cat. Also, we have a book here called Don't Just Feel Bad. Who this? People pleasing. Oh, yeah. Mr. Santino. It's a little early for him. Is there anyone else here? No other walk-ins? Did we clear them all the other day? Damn. Or is he hiding behind the door? All right, well, Mr. Santino. Mr. Santino Ramsey, you are people pleaser. Let's go. Okay, Mr. People Pleaser, let's see if you can please me when I'm sitting down. Okay, sir. Let's talk about it. Also, they're sitting on the wrong couch, but anyway. All right, I'll handle this one in the interest of time. Because now it's already 1 a.m. Lol. I just can't say no to everyone, and it's completely exhausting me, dude. Well, it sounds like you're carrying a pretty heavy burden and, you know, trying to help everyone. But when did you first notice this pattern of always saying yes? I think it started when I was young, always trying to please. Okay, so these childhood patterns do shape us in powerful ways. I guess I'm scared of what people will think if I refuse. And what would happen if you said no to one small thing this week? My boss keeps piling work on me because I never refuse anything. Well, I think that, you know, let's practice a script for declining your boss's next unreasonable request. I could say I'm at capacity and suggest they ask somebody else. Okay. Why don't you practice saying that out loud right now so it feels natural? Okay, that is an excellent approach. It's clear and professional. Well, first and foremost, you got to remember to practice that boundary before our next session. All right? Thank you, Mr. Santino. No problem. You have a great day. Pet the kitty on your way out. He didn't pet the kitty. What a rude man. Also, I have a book in my office literally called Time to Die by Ben Omar. Dude, this game with AI would be so insane. Why are all the men bald? Why are all the dudes bald? It's creepy. Bruh. Bruh. Yes. Stare at me with that uncanny valley. You know, I would actually love this game with AI. It'd be so cool. Why don't you come in, sir, Mr. Matthew Iyer? Now, sir, the first question I have to ask you, sir, is have you been playing The First Descendant? How has that helped you with life? You know? Have you admired Haley yet? Anyway. Bald because of stress. Yeah, because this guy got a mood disorder. Anyway, let's help him out, shall we? His moods are all over the place and he can't control them. Okay? Well, how about we start exploring what might be triggering these mood changes for you? Stress at work or something like that? Okay, that's actually a good starter for the topic. Let's talk about this because we'll figure this out together. Why don't we start identifying specific strategies to manage these mood swings? It affects your relationships and work performance, of course. Have you noticed if any certain situations constantly trigger these mood changes? Rather than diving straight into a plan, let's get to the root cause as we always do. Conflict situations set you off quickly. Okay, let's examine why these conflicts trigger such an intense emotional response from you. Why is it that you feel these emotions when you get into conflict? You do need to understand your triggers better, sir. You're satisfied with your progress already? Damn. I'm ready. Well, you know what? Why don't you keep tracking these triggers and we'll discuss them next week. God, I am so good as a therapist. My clients just heal themselves. Yeah, get out of my office. And don't come back until you got some pictures of Spider-Man. See that? There's the door. Get out. Get out. All right. Looks like we get to finish work early today. Looks like my therapist gets to go home and play Where Winds Meet. I don't see any of the clients turning up. I think they all turned up on Tuesday. Not quite sure why they turned up on Tuesday, innit? I'm not following you to the elevator, sir, I promise. I'm just, bye, sir. New occupation alert coming in. Lol. The stream therapist. Come here and talk about your issues. I will give you free therapy for every $5 super chat. It's cheaper than an actual therapist outside. You give me a $5 super chat and I will actually give you guys some good old-fashioned Asian advice, okay? Fatima Elliott with OCD, Aisha Hamilton with infidelity. Okay, we're at about 112. I'll take the last few clients on my own chat. Sorry about not letting you guys vote anymore, but I do want to try and finish the set so I can finish showcasing the early access. So let's go. Now then, the professional will handle this. Remember, guys, if you ever need therapy, start telling me your issues, and for $5, I will solve them, okay? For $5, I will give you actual therapy on stream. Legit. Okay, let's start by solving your OCD. Cat, get ready. Get ready. Get ready to help this lady. Damn right, Cat, I agree with you. Okay, let's talk about your OCD. You check the locks dozens of times before you can leave home. Ma'am, I have to ask you a very serious question if you're checking the locks that many times before you leave home. Where do you live? Oh, Lord. Okay. What do you think might happen if you check the locks, less consistently? Okay, you fear that your house will be broken into if you're not careful enough. Ma'am, I have to ask you a serious question. Where do you live? All right. Well, that worry makes sense. Let's see if we can address it together moving forward. Listen, Natasha, South Africa's fine. It's totally safe, I'm sure. Okay, don't check your locks dozens of times. Baron gonna vote regardless. Okay, feel free to. I mean, I'm gonna take it myself, but I'll let you vote. Vote freely if you just want to let me know what you're thinking. I feel the OCD people. All right. Well, in actuality, 3 is actually the correct one here. We can work on gradually reducing the checking over time together. Checking did start small, but it controls your entire daily life. I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna let you tell me, Natasha. This is therapy for my audience as well. If you have an OCD about your house being broken into, ask yourself what kind of neighborhood you live in. All right. Okay, now it controls your whole daily life. Does it feel different at various times? Okay, strongest when you're trying to leave the house. Does anything specific trigger the urge, or is it just the location? I think it's mostly the location, but stress makes it worse. Are you staying in Hell's Kitchen, ma'am? Is Daredevil not protecting you? Okay. We'll build our strategies next week. Keep noticing the patterns. All right. Thank you, Miss Fatima. Who's next? Miss Aisha Hamilton. Who's this? Oh, you're Aisha Hamilton. Get in my office. All right, come on. Whoa. Apparently, I can take a seat here and stare at my own clients. Lamau. Okay, that's weird, but... Okay. Let's go talk about this. Come on, Miss Aisha. How you feeling today? You good? You bad? You ugly? That's my cat. This is my therapy cat, okay? Okay, you found out that your partner has been cheating on you for months. Well, goddamn. Well, I'm very sorry you're going through that. That must be incredibly painful. I don't know if I can ever trust anyone again after this. Look, your feelings are valid. It's okay to feel hurt right now. They said it meant nothing, but they kept lying about it. Okay? Why do you think they continued lying even after being caught? Gun? Gun is the solution here? Damn, Baron. Hey, yo, ladies and gents, Baron ain't got no chill. Baron's solution is to get straight out with the lead, all right? Baron is just about to, you know, grab that gun and start pushing it in the client's face. Undercover boss. All right. I think they were scared of confrontation and just kept digging deeper. Do you think their avoidance reflects deeper issues in the relationship? There were problems before the cheating started. This has given me a lot to think about going forward. Okay, listen. I think you need to consider what boundaries you need moving forward. Oh no, I know. Buy a gun straight up for her. That's exactly what I was saying. She should be buying that gun. Simcha Gil has a narcissist. Ooh, 2 clients. Whoa, 3. Okay, depression, bipolar. Okay, let's help everybody with all these disorders. Let's go. Let's talk to Mr. Narcissist. I can't sit in the patient's chair. I actually tried. Okay, Mr. Narcissist. Everyone at work ignores my ideas but steals them later for themselves. Okay. Do you think there's a pattern in how you present your ideas? Okay. Try documenting your contributions in a clear email. They formed a whole group chat without me after I proposed the project. Okay. Why do you think being excluded... What do you think being excluded from that chat means about you? That I'm not good enough or that they don't respect me? Okay. How does believing that affect the way you interact with them? Fair. I probably come across as defensive, which makes them avoid me more. That makes sense, but changing my behavior feels really overwhelming right now. Okay. Change is hard, but you don't have to do it all at once. Okay, great. This guy, easiest client ever. Probably because he's a narcissist, he can solve it himself. I get out of my office. Anyway, how you doing today, Ear? Okay, Josephine Seo is right after Ear, but she is at a 1 p.m., so I can take one of the other clients. Cynicism, depression, bipolar. Okay, let's talk to the bipolar lady, mostly because I have actual experience. Whoa, we've got a lot of clients today. Hoarding. Okay, guys, we're gonna blaze through all these issues at once. Everybody coming in on a Friday. I'm gonna be working late on a Friday. I'm sorry. I want to miss the raid, you know, gotta talk to all these clients. Okay, she has bipolar disorder. I can't keep up with my moods anymore. They're all over the place. All right. Can you tell me more about how these mood shifts typically unfold for you? Because we have to understand the root cause. It's hard to explain because it feels so random and unpredictable. Okay. That unpredictability must feel overwhelming, but I think that we can work through it together. Yeah. Okay. She's not sure that tracking will help, but I guess she could try. Okay, good. Good. We can start small with a simple daily mood journal. During manic episodes, you can't sleep and make terrible, impulsive financial decisions, like going to therapy. Huh. Okay. What patterns do you notice right before the manic episode starts? You get really talkative, need less sleep for several days beforehand. Okay. Recognizing these early signs is crucial for managing episodes before they escalate. It helps to know these signs actually mean something I can monitor. I feel more hopeful now. Yeah, you do. Listen, you've made some real progress today recognizing your patterns. Now monitor them closely and we'll adjust your management plan accordingly. Okay? All right. Out the door you go. Next is, not Senate. It's Josephine Seo. I'm actually really interested to see what will happen at the end of the week. Holy schmoly, there are more people. Okay, Mr. Bald Brother, you can come in. All right, Josephine Seo, it's time for your appointment. Let's talk. Wow, creepy McGee staring into my office right over there. Okay, everyone's out for themselves and nothing really matters in the end anyway. I see. So, Miss Josephine, you're a cynicist. You're a cynicist? Cynical person? Cynicist? Can we say cynicist? I don't think there's a word that's actually... I don't think cynicist is an actual word. But fair enough. You're a very cynical individual. Fair enough. Okay. When did you first start seeing the world through this lens? Okay. Those disappointments do make sense, and they definitely shaped your current view. Okay. It's okay to feel discouraged when you've been hurt before. You trusted people and they always ended up letting you down. I understand. What would trusting someone, again, cost you versus staying closed off? Staying closed off feels safer, but I guess I am pretty lonely. I see. Okay. What if one genuine connection could shift your whole perspective? They don't, really. You know? Change takes time, but you're moving in the right direction. All right? Why don't you keep noticing these moments, and we'll build from there. Okie dokie day. Good job, miss. How'd you go? Okay, hoarding and depression. Okay, bullying. Sir, you look like you get bullied. Let's talk about depression first. This might be useful for those of you that suffer from this. If you do suffer from this, I'm actually going to take this one slower because it's actually a real issue. Okay. Hello, Miss Audrey. You feel empty inside like nothing matters anymore. Trust. I understand that feeling. Okay. When did you first start noticing yourself feeling this way? Maybe a few months ago? Okay, so we've established a time frame. Can you identify if anything in your life changed around that time period? Okay, so you lost your job and your relationship ended at that time, which was, of course, a huge stress factor. Okay, those are major losses. How have you been coping with them? You've been isolating yourself and not sleeping much. Okay, I understand. Isolation can definitely worsen depression, which is why when you feel rough, please talk to someone. Please reach out to someone. Okay, you can even reach out to your awesome guild master. Okay, let's go with that. Right, listen. What I think you need to do is reflect on what we've discussed here today and take one action this week to help yourself, all right? It could be anything, but yeah. No problem. Happy to give you some direction. I swear I'm not just trying to get you out of my office. Now, off you go. Now, before we take the next client... paying the rent. And I'm gonna buy a therapy dog. Now we have therapy dog too. We're therapy dog. Oh my god, we have a therapy dog. Hello, fellow. Hello. Hello there. Okay, now we have both therapy dog and cat. And both are in the office. Okay, let's talk to the hoarding victim first. Come on, let's have a conversation. Why do you keep all your items? Yes, it is a lab. Okay. You can't throw anything away, and now you can barely walk through your house. Well, damn, lady. All right. What do you think prevents you from letting go of these items? You're afraid you'll need things later or lose important memories. Okay. Your feelings are valid. Let's work through them together. Let's identify one category of items that feels less emotionally charged. Every room is full. I haven't had guests over in 3 years. Well, does isolation make the hoarding easier or harder to manage? Easier, I think. Nobody sees the mess or judges me. I see. Okay. How would having support from others change things for you? Maybe having accountability will make me stay on track? Could we maybe set up some kind of support system? All right. Absolutely. Reaching out to trusted friends could really help. That's right. Reach out to them. And make sure that you don't live like Asmongold, okay? All right. Off you go. Whoa, there's still multiple clients. Control freak. Chronic boredom. I'm gonna leave chronic boredom out there. Let's talk control freak. Now stop, Mr. Bullying. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. The lab actually walks around your area. That's actually pretty cool. He doesn't just stay in one location. He walks around. The cat just stays on the desk. Okay, Mr. Bullying. Let's talk about why you get bullied at your work job. Is it because you're a massive nerd or you're just like seriously annoying? I mean, let's be real for a second, dude. Because if you annoying, then, you know, you hella annoying. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's talk. I'm being bullied at work and I don't know what to do. Okay? Tell me more about what makes you feel like this is bullying. They exclude me from meetings and mock my ideas in front of others. Okay? Shit. Yeah, I mean, considering how I roast people on my stream, it sounds like this guy can't take a joke, but let's say, would you consider keeping a detailed record of these incidents? They've been doing this for months and my manager ignores it. Okay. Why do you think your manager is ignoring the situation? I think he's friends with one of the bullies, actually. Okay. How does knowing that change your approach to reporting? That's a good point. I need to think strategically about this. I have a clearer path forward now. All right. Well, keep that momentum going and we'll continue next time. All right. Wow, I didn't even help this guy. He just came up with his own ideas. Maybe that's why you're getting bullied, sir. What a nerd. Ah, the lab actually sits next to the patient. That's cool. Remember, if anyone wants to buy this game, you can check it out in the description. Listen, I love that your solution to everything, Baron, is gun. Like, for real. Are we doing that? Is that what we're doing? You know? One second. Dogs do actually care. It's true. Okay. Mr. Control Freak. And do we have time for chronic boredom? I will leave her until the last so she gets actually bored. Come on, lab. Muffin. Muffin. Oh, is Muffin gonna... Okay, you gonna sit out here with the boredom person? Okay, you go do that, Muffin. Okay, look at this guy's expression. God damn. He can't stand when people don't do things the right way. Damn, you know what? You would fit right in the Robot Nation. We're all about that perfection, okay? We gang about that perfection. All right. Where do you think this need for control comes from? Childhood? It's always the childhood, isn't it? Okay, did your... Understanding the why can really help us move forward together. You know, it's okay to feel scared about loosening your grip on things. My partner says I micromanage everything. It's pushing them away. You know? Do you think your control stems from fear of abandonment? I hate feeling like people will leave. Yeah. That's a powerful insight you've just discovered about yourself. Yeah, no problem. So you just want to, you know, control everything, huh? Yeah? Okay. Keep exploring that connection. It's important work that you're doing. Wow, these clients are so easy. God damn. Out the door you go. Is being a therapist supposed to be this easy? Damn, I need a career change. Hell, shit, I should start giving therapy on stream for real. $5 and I'll analyze your problem. And give you therapy. Alright, starting tomorrow. In fact, we will, hold up. I'm actually gonna make a timer right now. Okay, we're actually gonna add this in right now. This is gonna be funny. New timer. We'll set it on a long 20-minute interval. Okay, guys, there'll be a new timer starting tomorrow. It literally says, send me $5 and I'll give you legit unlicensed therapy right on stream. No, seriously, we actually will. I'm adding that in. Okay. All right, boredom lady. Everything feels so dull and repetitive, like they're just going through the motions. When did you first notice this pattern starting? So that's the Dr. Evil reference, Baron. Okay, now I understand it better. I was confused. It started a few months ago, maybe longer. Okay. What specific moments feel most boring to you? Nothing excites you anymore. Work, hobbies, even seeing friends feels empty. Okay. Have you experienced any major life changes recently? Job change, moved cities about 6 months ago. I see. Well, these are significant changes, Chloe. Adjusting takes time. Listen, tell you what, you just need to start rebuilding those routines and connections and you're good. Alright, cool. Okay, guys, finally, we have ended the week. Now it's time to see whether or not we're going to get anything cool. We worked a lot of overtime today. Alright, we went all the way to 7 p.m. We saw every single client that we could. And I'm leaving before the patient ever leaves because, screw you guys, I'm going home. Okay, guys, let's see what happens at the end of the week. In this stream session, we managed to showcase an entire week of therapy. Early on, you guys got to vote and make your choices as well, so that was really, really good. Okay. Well, it's Monday. No problem, Natasha. Catch you next time. Thanks for staying and helping. Hey, Dougie. How you doing, Muffin? Okay, so it just goes to a new week, and then there is just the rent and stuff like that. So you just keep talking to people and paying your bills. All right, ladies and gents. I think that can safely bring us close to the end of the stream. Now, I'm just going to go for the last half hour, so let's speed run these. Okay, let's go as fast as possible. Okay, here we go. I'm going to schedule them an hour apart just in case we get some walk-ins. Amiya's Guild, academic pressure, let's go. All right, Muffin, you stay out here and greet these people. Dude, this guy looks like the IT engineer. Academic pressure, huh? Have you been doing your postgraduate for about 7 years? I think he has. Did you see my dog teleport in here? Dude, my dog just teleported from outside with the patient to inside my room. What the hell? Okay, let's talk. You can't handle the pressure anymore. Your grades are slipping and you're panicking. Cool. Okay. What specific feelings trigger the strongest feelings of academic pressure? Exams and assignments. Okay. Start by tracking when the pressure hits so we can spot the patterns early. The worst part is your parents expect straight A's like it's easy. Okay. Huh. Do you think their expectations reflect their own experiences or unmet goals? Maybe both. They always talk about how hard they worked in school. I see. Understanding their perspective might help you communicate your own needs to them, you know? Yeah, no problem. Listen, there's Muffin. You better pat her before you get out of here, okay? How about you guys start with one small boundary with your parents and you can build from there, all right? And why don't you send your parents to see me too? I can give them a course in, you know, not being absolute weirdos and not making their children hate them. Whoa, this guy looks like he never has a job. His problem is anger management. Okay, let's talk to Angry Boy. All right, come on in. Dude comes in wearing a wife beater. For real, bruh. Bruh. Looking at that face, I can tell you got anger management issues, sir. Okay. I keep losing my temper at work and it's getting me in trouble, man. Alright. What do you think triggers these angry reactions at work? It's usually when people don't listen to my ideas. Okay. That's a very common trigger. We can work with that, you know? I'm not sure I can actually control it in the moment. It takes practice, but you can absolutely learn to manage these feelings. Boss says if I lose control one more time, I'm fired. Okay. We should develop a specific action plan to help you prevent that from happening. What kind of action plan are you talking about? How about, you start keeping a log of when you get angry and what happened. Well, we can't tell the client that, Baron. I mean, as a streamer, I'll absolutely tell people to their face, bro, you know what? Maybe you are the annoying one. Maybe you are the problem, dude. Because have you ever considered that, you know, look, I'm just saying, some people say I'm Super Saiyan, but have you ever just considered the fact that you are annoying as, you know? Like, could be the case. Because we've met dudes on this channel, you know? They, like, really be absolutely insane. So that could be the case. Absolutely. But, you know, we can't tell them that, so. Yeah, you've got some tools to work this, all right? Listen, I believe in you. Why don't you keep practicing and you can come back next week, okay? And don't forget to pay the fee. Pet Muffin on your way out. Okay, bye, sir. Mr. Anger Management. Okay, the next guy is Oscar. Whoa, who's that? Bella. She suffers from apathy. But you know what, Austin? I don't disagree. Sorry. You know what, Baron? I don't disagree with you. I literally want to ask him, is it that your ideas are freaking stupid? Or maybe you're just annoying as hell? Maybe that's the case, bro. Maybe you're just the type to walk into somebody's stream and be all like, bro? Bro, can you give me an answer, bro? Give me quick response, bro. I have no respect for the fact that you're a streamer, bro. Okay, she just doesn't care about anything anymore. Nothing seems to matter to Bella. Okay. When did you start first notice this feeling of not caring? A few months ago? Okay. Can you remember anything that happened in your life then? Everything feels like going through the motions without any real purpose. Do you think this... Oh my god, Bella Baron. Yes, and it's with 2 R's. I didn't notice the last name. Bella Baron. So Baron, who is this? Do you think this emptiness is protecting you from something? Maybe it's easier to feel nothing than to feel pain. I see. That's a really insightful connection you felt there. You don't want to feel pain. Okay. Well, listen. Why don't you keep exploring these feelings and we'll talk next session. Alright. There you go. Okay. Mr. Oscar. Good to see you. You have a victim mentality. Cool. Oscar Acevedo. Alright. Let's sit down. Nothing ever goes right for me no matter what I do. Okay. I see. Why don't we start with the patterns? There has to be a pattern when something's consistent. So what happens in these situations? I guess there are patterns, but it's not really my fault. Well, we're not, we're not placing any blame here. Understanding the pattern is simply the first step toward making any real changes. So, well, let's try. First and foremost, maybe what we need to understand is that it's okay to feel uncertain before you even try something new. But if we can get to the root cause, your issues will definitely be solved in a positive way. Your boss overlooks you and your friends never include you. Have you considered, sir, that you are ugly and annoying? I mean, look, I'm just saying, I might be super saying, but I'm just saying that have you considered that you're ugly and annoying? I mean, I'll give you my personal experience here, but when I have to look at somebody and they ugly as hell and they annoying as shit, you know what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna look at him, right? So, I'ma just tell you that maybe the problem starts within you, sir. Maybe you are just so annoying and irritating and such a horrible human being that just nobody wants to be around you. In fact, do you bathe, sir? Have you considered that? Also, sorry, I just realized. Gun. Baron, is gun the solution for that? I just realized my messages have all been in first person this entire time. Okay, yes. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm readjusting all my timer messages. Okay, great. Let's see. Do you notice any ways you might contribute to these situations? I try to be nice to everyone. I don't see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Could niceness sometimes be a way of avoiding necessary conflict? That makes sense. I do avoid conflict a lot. This actually feels like progress. Thank you. Well, listen, why don't you keep building on this momentum? And, we'll see you next week. God, I love the see you next week thing. This is the way to make money, man. Shit, I gotta hope some people actually try my stream therapy now. Okay, I don't think there's any other clients. Let's breeze through this. Let's see. Oh, new client. Hey, agoraphobia. Isn't that a fear? Agoraphobia, is that? Or acrophobia, I can't remember. Agoraphobia. I'm pretty sure I know this term, but... He's definitely being too nice, alright? If it was me, you know what I'd do? I'd show him how to be gangster. Alright? In fact, since Baron says gun so much, tell you what. Alright? Have you heard this song yet, Baron? Have you heard this song yet? Let me show you how we do gun, alright? I'm gonna show you how we teach them about gun.
Heard the loud talking, saw the chain, it was too flashy. Set the watch back, patient, yeah, we moving kinda trashy. It was late night, corner store, know the block required. Saw him pull up solo, looking like he ready for a ride. Pinky ring, blinging, couple racks hanging out the pocket. Put the mask on slow, you seal the window with the door locked. You walked in casual like I needed a pack of woods. Heard the yeah, understood the consequence, understood, told him don't move. This ain't a question, this a quick order. He was too shook, yeah, crossed the line, stepped over the border. Grabbed the ice, grabbed the paper, heard the sirens getting closer. Hit the back door, quick faded out, nobody could know. So jumped the fence into the alley, hear the dog barking loud. Another score bag, yeah, disappearing in the crowd. The setup was clean, yeah, planned it out for the check. This ain't no movie scene, this is just how we reflect. Stay 10 steps ahead, never leaving no trace. Only the deep end, yeah, winning the street race. Got
Okay, that's how we show them gun. Since Baron says gun is solution to everything, that's gun right there. Alright, let's talk to this lady about agoraphobia. Introvert on steroids. Could be. Oh, avoiding places and feeling trapped. Oh, yeah, you're right. Introvert on steroids. I can't leave my apartment. Everything outside terrifies me. Guys, the irony of this is not lost on me. I can't leave my apartment anymore. Everything outside terrifies me. Ma'am, you just came for therapy. You left your apartment to walk to my office and get therapy. You left the apartment. Okay. Anyway, when did you first notice these fears about going outside? It started about 6 months ago after a panic attack downtown. Okay. I understand how scary that must have been for you. I don't know if I can ever feel normal again. Okay. Let's start with one small step you could take this week. The grocery store feels impossible now. Even thinking about it makes me shake. Okay. Just order everything online. I was about to say that shit. Listen, if it's good stuff, no problem. I'll let you hear the full track later, okay? When we end the stream. You know, before we actually end, after we do the outro, I'm gonna bump some of my new gangster tracks because I've been working on a little, like before you know, the crunch of all my music getting taken out, right? I wanted to work on some gangster tracks that were true to me, just some stuff that I don't think I'll ever publish it, but you know, just I wanted to work on it, you know, just to see it come to life before they can everything. So yeah, I'll play those tracks for you a little later. Okay, anyway, let's see. What if we broke the grocery store into smaller, manageable goals? Sitting in the parking lot? Yeah, that's a great first step and shows real courage. I'm nervous, but you think you can do this? Okay, you can definitely do this, all right? I'm proud of you. I'm gonna see you next week, okay? Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like these humans just need to be reinforced like doggos. They need to be like petted and shit. You know, just told like, yeah, you know, you can do this. Do this, you can. Can you do this? Okay, guys, I'm gonna actually wait and see what happens if the timer keeps running, whether or not any other clients will show up. Now, since you said that was good stuff, let me mute the music. I'm gonna let you hear the full thing.
Back to the spot, counted up the winnings on the floor. 1, 2, 3 bands, yeah, should've got a little more. Okay, the risk versus the reward, gotta weigh it right. Keep the operation smooth, yeah, moving in the dead night. Gotta send a message, yeah, to the ones who watch the street. Don Sledge is the ghost, ain't no witnesses you meet. Change the gear, burn the clothes, wipe the prints off the grip. Life is a cold game, gotta hold on to the clip. Now they talk about drama, but I live the whole plot. You see the success now, but you don't see the dark spot. That pressure makes the diamond, but the diamond costs a piece. Only trust a few who been grinding since we were just released. Hold up. Now the news talking, showing camera footage, fuzzy paranoia creeping in. Gotta move things in a hurry. Had to switch the address, swap the plate on the getaway. We can't risk the future for the past. Gotta tighten up the slip, call to connect quick. Gotta flip the ice before the morning. Heard the whispers on the street, saying the feds been warning. Yeah, the dark side of the money, it can make you crazy. Looking over my shoulder, moving silent, never lazy. This ain't just a hustle, this is full-time occupation. Gotta manage the heat, avoiding confrontation. Yeah, I took the shortcut, now I gotta pay the full toll. But I'm sitting on cash, so I still got control. The setup was clean, yeah, planned it out for the check. This ain't no movie scene, this is just how we reflect. Stay 10 steps ahead, never leaving no trace. Only the deep end, yeah, winning the street race. Agent Robot on the beat, yeah, the story's told. Stay dangerous, stay cold. You see the truth now.
I know you guys like this type of beat, alright? Okay, before we finish out with the last day, I'm gonna show you the other song. Like, this is actually a two-piecer. The second piece, this was called the setup. The second piece was called the cleanup. This was actually inspired by King Von's Crazy Story. All right. Of course, I prefer to write deeper lyrics than what he wrote. Not saying I'm better than him, but you know, it was inspired like by the same kind of like real street story vibe. So after the setup comes the cleanup. All right. Have a listen.
Robot on the B, yeah, we bag with the sequel. Every action got a price, know the score ain't equal. Heard some whispers said they saw the truck, know they talking too much. Now I gotta handle biz, gotta put them on a crutch. 2 days after hit, phone call came in strange. Said they saw a dude poking around, trying to get a name exchange. Pulled up to location, tinted windows moving slow. Saw the informant talking, yeah, the same one from the jump, you know. He would chat to the wrong folks, looking nervous, sweating heavy. Now I know the loyalty gone, yeah, the bond looking ready to sever. Put the whip around the block, gotta keep the profile low. The monotone is serious now, yeah, ain't no room for the show. This ain't personal, this is business. Gotta protect the assets, any loose end is a liability. Gotta deal with the backlash. Found his address, check the time and waiting for the dark. Don Sledge is the Grim Reaper, yeah, leaving his own mark. The clean up is final, yeah, the ledger is balanced out. If you compromise the crew, then there ain't no getting out. Loyalty is currency, betrayed and you pay the price. Sleep with one eye open, living on the edge of the ice. Got the dark matter playing low like a funeral procession. He thought he could talk and walk, learned a quick lesson. No cap. Put up silent 2 blocks down, watching them into the house. Heard the door slam, waited 5 minutes, quiet as a church mouse. Keep the back door open, didn't waste no time on the chatter. Heard the scramble inside, yeah, watched the whole room shatter. Found them hiding in the back, looking pale, looking terrified. Told them you sealed your fate when you picked the wrong side. Yeah, you talk about gangster, but you break under the pressure. Now the streets are quiet, yeah, gotta lessen the measure. The Asian robot 808 hits hard, that's the sound of the consequence. Don Sledge is the judge and the jury and the evidence. Watch out, every move come more than just the cash. In this life of shadows, you cannot run the crash. Yeah, they ask why I'm cold, why the voice is monotone flat. Cause emotion get you killed, ain't no time for all that. You gotta compartmentalize the chaos and the danger. You look me in the eye, I see fear in a stranger. Swap the vehicle again, always stay 2 steps ahead. No paper trail, all clean, like the slate was never bled. Every time I make a shield against the penitentiary wall. Gotta stay sharp, never let the money make you fall. The paranoia is the payment, that's the tax on the crime. But the lifestyle is a reward worth every minute and every time. They wonder how I manage, keeping the pressure on my mind. I just focus on the mission, lead the weak ones behind. That's the difference between the soldiers and the tourists. One gets rich, the other disappears, ain't no insurance. You choose your path, every choice leads to a final stand. Gotta keep your mouth shut, or lead this Tennessee land. The clean up is final, yeah, the ledger is balanced out. If you compromise the crew, then there ain't no getting out. Loyalty is currency, betrayed and you pay the price. Sleep with one eye open, living on the edge of the ice. Don Sledge, the chapter closed, the setup complete. You see the consequence and no turning back.
So that was a little bit of spicy gangster rap. Anyway, the timer seems to have stopped at 3 p.m. So it looks like there is like no continuous movement in time. So yeah, glad you guys enjoyed a little bit of that gangsta vibe. Now, let's move in for the final day that we'll play on stream. And then we'll end the stream there. Let's see if we can clear it in about 7-ish minutes. Okay, it's Tuesday this week. It is not Wednesday, my dudes. And take your time, Carvel. It's all good if you don't make it back before the stream ends. Now, calendar. Julia Ono has a guilt complex and Mr. Felix Young has financial anxiety. Okay. Let's book them back to back. Hit them back to back like the 808 drums, yeah? All right, let's go. Ah! Who is that? Julia Ono. Okay, Miss Yoko Ono, let's go. All right, I'll definitely have a look then. But I thought it was in relation to one of the voices for the bands that I produced. Either way, I'll check it out. Okay, Julia Ono. I feel guilty about everything, even things that aren't my fault. Huh, I see. What situations trigger these feelings of guilt? Okay, mostly with family and work. I see. Let's identify specific moments when the guilt becomes overwhelming. Your sister got sick and it somehow feels like your fault. Okay. Where do you think this belief about your responsibility comes from? Maybe my parents always blame me when things went wrong. I see. Okay, this pattern from your childhood isn't your fault or your truth. That actually makes sense when you put it like that. Of course. I think I can actually work on this now. Listen. Start journaling those guilt triggers we identified today, and you'll be fine. Okay, no problem, Miss Julia. Thank you. Ah, Mr. Felix Young. All right, Young. Lai. All right, ni hao. You can't sleep at night because you're constantly worrying about money. Dang, all right. Okay, listen, Mr. Felix, I'll tell you one thing, all right? What you need to do is you need to go see my friend Baron. Okay, he's gonna hook you up with a gun. All right? You need to go get a glizzy and go get a lick, all right? I want to see you outside. It's 3 in the morning, all right? You creeping up tight. Your Glock is at the ready, all right? And when you see that lick, all right, he got fat bands in his wallet, all right? He got that ice on his chain. He got his ice on his wrist, okay? What you gonna do is you're gonna creep up behind him in the alleyway, all right? You're gonna put that glizzy to his back. You're gonna tell him that things gonna get real unlucky if he tries anything, all right? Don't fire a warning shot unless you have to, because the cops are gonna be on your ass quickly, all right? You get the money that you need, you get it all out of his pocket, flip the ice in the morning, and you're good. Okay, please don't actually do this. This is terrible advice. Now then, what specific financial concerns keep you awake at night? Credit card debt keeps growing and you can't save anything? Okay. Your feelings are completely valid and understandable, but have you considered creating a budget to track your spending? You make decent money, but disappears before the month ends. Okay. Do you think that there's an... How about we create a spending log? Actually, I shouldn't make an assumption. Why don't we create a spending log to identify where your money goes? Yeah, track your expenses. Once you see the patterns, we can develop healthier financial habits, sir. Yeah. Okay. How about you track your spending this week, and let's review it together in next week's session, sir. And don't forget to pay my fee. All right. Hey, you made it back. Whoa. Wesley Nakajima, family conflict. Oh, man. Okay, Mr. Wesley. At least he's not bald, though. I've been noticing less bald characters now. I can spam click them, which is awesome. All right, let's talk. Your sister and I haven't spoken in months after your last fight. Okay. That sounds really painful. I'm here to help you through this. You want to fix things, but you don't know where to start. Okay. What would reaching out to her look like for you specifically? She says I always take mom's side in every family argument. Okay. Do you think taking sides has affected your relationship with her? Maybe I do take sides without realizing it or meaning to. Okay. How does your mom feel about the conflict between you two? Mom tries to stay neutral, but it puts her in pain. This perspective helps me understand things better now. Okay. Well, consider your mom's perspective too as you move forward together. Yeah, no problem. Wow, that was fast. Okay, Mr. Wesley. Any other clients? Seriously, no clients today? God damn, am I doing a bad job or something? Man, they were supposed to come back next week. Well, the guys that were supposed to come back next week. Man. This says Hangout Lounge. Is Haley inside? Hey, look, a client walked in. Whee! Chloe Taniguchi, divorce. Okay, where is Donnie and Eddie? All right, where is Donnie and Eddie? We got the divorce client now. Listen, I don't know what White Claw is, but you know, if you ask me, since I've heard a lot of girls drink it, I want to try it. I want to try this White Claw and see what it's all about. Come on to my office, you two. You should have made an appointment, but this will be a lot easier. Okay, let's talk about divorce. Come on. All right, divorce lady, let's go. You first. This will help Donnie and Eddie work through their issues. Okay, let's sit down. All right, yes, let's talk. Okay, Miss Chloe Taniguchi, your divorce is finalized and you feel completely lost and broken. Did you join the Velvet Shade sect? Were you able to finally join the Velvet Shade sect and start gaining reputation. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody been looking to join the Velvet Shade sect, and I don't know if divorce is the only way in. So do you think you could go post in the official Where Winds Meet Discord about whether or not you managed to enter the Velvet Shade sect after your divorce? All right, tell me what feels the most difficult right now. I guess I haven't really thought about what comes next. You see, Miss Chloe, what you weren't thinking about when you divorced your partner is that you're gonna have one less member for your guild raid. This is pretty bad because what if your partner was a healer? Then what are you gonna do? You have one less healer for the guild raid. Your guild master would be so disappointed. I would be disappointed, okay? I'ma just stand up and say like, you know, what the hell? How freaking dare you, okay, disappoint me in this way by losing my healer? I don't care about your emotional stress. You better not lose me my healer. We need them healers, okay? And that's how that discussion would go. I love how the dog just enters the office by itself. It's awesome. Okay. This is a major life transition. You know, maybe you should start with one daily habit like a morning coffee or a walk. The hardest part is sleeping alone after 10 years of marriage. I see. Well, listen, did you know that if you join the Velvet Shade, Chloe, you can sleep with like 5 others at the same time. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So you can try that if you really, really want to. You can have like 5 partners if that's what you want. Also, Donnie, I forgot to tell you that just because you join Velvet Shade doesn't mean that you need to have 5 partners. Okay, but if you want to, you can help out the poor, unpartnered people within our guild if you need to. Okay? That way you can have more partners safely. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just super saying. Eddie can be your main man, but you know, you can have 4 other body pillows in case you need it. You don't have to go hoe yourself out to 4 random people. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm super saying, but maybe I'm just saying. Yeah, loneliness is definitely one of the deepest wounds. It's like a piece of you is missing. Have you tried listening to My Immortal by Evanescence? It would totally help you out, you know? But anyway, grief has stages and you're working through a profound loss. Yeah, of course this is helpful, you know? Just keep paying me money and we got you, you know? Listen, you deserve support through this transition and I'm here for you, okay? Just keep talking to me and you can pay my therapy fee. Okay, it's $5. I'm gonna give you therapy on stream, okay? The channel is Real Asian Robot on YouTube. You gotta subscribe and turn your notifications on, okay? Okay? All right, thanks, man. All right, let's go. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to sit down on the couch next to this patient. Let's go. All right, let's finish the last day strong, guys. Then we can end the stream and tomorrow we'll have some PvP fun. I think people are watching me and talking behind my back. I see. Okay. That sounds really distressing and I would like to understand what you're experiencing. I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing things that aren't really there. I see. Okay. Well, let's identify one situation. You know what? I think it's okay to question your perceptions. But let's identify one situation where you can test your thoughts. Your neighbor installed a camera and you think it's pointed at your window. Okay. What would your neighbor gain from monitoring you specifically through your camera? They wouldn't gain anything, but it still feels threatening to me. Okay. Sometimes our brain creates threats to protect us from other uncomfortable emotions. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm glad that you could see things from a new perspective. Practice noticing your thoughts this week, and we will build from there together. Okay? Yeah, no problem. Catch you later. Out the door you go. No other clients. Oh my god, I can turn on the light. I can turn off the light. Turn on light. Turn off light. Light is on, light is off, light is on, light is off, light is on, light is off, light is on, light is off. Sorry, I get really hung up about things like that. That is very amusing to me. Okay. My day has ended. And my boy is out. Jiggle the door, jiggle the door, jiggle the door. I might have some minor OCDs. Okay. Let's get out of here. All right, ladies and gents, that does bring us to the end of Therapy Simulator. Thank you to everybody who participated and helped with the voting in the early stages of the stream. It was really fun having you guys participate and have a good time, even though I know many of you are at work. You know, thank you so much for adding to the chaos. I am in a way thankful that we kept to my Well of Heaven principles. All right. I'm glad it was fun and I'm glad it was helpful. Definitely not much viewership because this is an indie game, but you know, maybe somebody will take notice at some point. It definitely was fun, you know, and we also got a chance to see who the real crew was, you know, who the real regulars were. If you guys would like to purchase this game for yourself, you can find the link for it in the stream description. Okay, there's a specific link you can click to tell them that Asian Robot sent you. Unfortunately, I don't think it's on PS5, but you can check. All right. Y'all have a good day. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow for PvP on Where Winds Meet. All right, let's go kick some serious butt tomorrow and let's have some fun. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow for shenanigans. Catch you later. And remember, if you need therapy for $5, I'll give you actual therapy. Okay? See you later, fam.